Hey everyone, welcome to episode 50 of Press Any Key. Milestone, there we go. There we go.
Just his first drop. You'll love to see it.
Okay, all right. Jesus Christ,
It's not my first rodeo.
So first of all, we want to remind everyone to like and subscribe to our channel.
Do it.
And follow us on Instagram at pressanykey.tv. Shout out to Chris Kunachuk is here tonight.
Woo! Claps.
Did you just snap?
I did.
Oh, snaps. I thought you were snapping at Jess.
You always want to snap.
No,
No, that's horrible.
Garçon.
Come on.
And we have a big show tonight, which is weird because the entire meeting we were like, we have nothing to talk about. And then all of a sudden we have lots to talk about.
I think there's a lot on the docket, but it's all like pork rinds. Like hollow content.
It's going to be a show of tapas. We're just picking a little bit.
You're going to get
50th.
full, but there's no nutrition whatsoever.
Exactly.
You're
You're going to be
2 hours.
Exactly, yeah.
So
we will not be satisfied.
I guess we should just get right into it then, gents. Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? What'd you say? So a couple, what are we talking about? We got Far Cry 6.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking Venom, Let There Be Carnage. We're talking What If Season 1. And then Facebook and Twitch. We're going to touch on a little bit, talk about what happened in the past week. And then Comic-Con 2021. I'll talk about just New York in general because that was kind of crazy.
The problem with that is, what if is the beefiest topic we have, and that's a problem.
All right. Maybe we'll save What If till last. You know, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
We're
actually,
reordering the show live.
Let's
Fuck
just
it,
get
we'll do
off.
it live.
We'll do it live.
I'll write it. We'll do it live. Let's start with Facebook and Twitch then.
Okay.
Because honestly, like, everybody already knows,
News.
but I think it'd just be fun for us to talk about in general. But man, they are not giving social media a great name this week, huh?
Things are not good.
I mean, well, which one?
Tarnish
Twitch
their
or
good
Facebook?
So
name.
let's start with the real criminal here, and that's Facebook, because Twitch is not ending democracy as we know it in real time.
Well, no, it's pretty. One thing that I just find hysterical is what was the woman's name again? The whistleblower. I can't remember what her name was.
I don't know what her name
Ding
was.
Chavez.
Ding Chavez.
let me look up her
definitely
name.
wasn't Goodwill Hunting.
It was good. Well,
But she was like, the company puts astronomical profits before people. I'm like,
It's a
no
company.
shit, that's a company. That's a company. And then Facebook responds back saying, the
Nah.
argument that we deliberately push content that makes people angry for profit is deeply illogical. This is like the most no shit Sherlock like situation going on here. It's like, yeah, it's a capitalist country and they're just
We live in
making
a
money.
society.
We live in a society.
Late stage
And
capitalism.
Francis
I'm not saying it's
Huggin?
right, but it's wrong. Is that
Francis Huggin, I think. Hugen, I think her name
How do you
is.
spell it?
Haugen. Haugen. Francis Haugen. Francis Haugen.
So that accent was hard to place. Francis
It
Haugen.
was between Russian and Sweden.
Eastern
There's
Europe.
a
That's
little
what
bit
I
of
like
German
to
in
call
there.
There's a little
some
bit, yeah.
kind of Eastern European. I was going to say some sort of Middle Eastern before.
Some kind of Middle Earth.
Very close.
Yeah.
Very close.
Pat's ethnic.
Diversity.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for. Anyway, I mean, listen, I'm not gonna sit here and be shy about it. Okay, Facebook can brainwash people. Okay, all right.
We've seen it happen.
We've seen it
I'm
happen.
standing here as a man on the other side and can say, even though I made those choices,
That's a
Facebook
born
was
again. Yeah.
definitely an influencer in that.
Like, people can get arrested for assisting a suicide. You can get arrested for what's going on here,
Definitely.
right?
For
For sure.
disinformation.
I mean,
Absolutely.
the other problem that Facebook has is that Facebook has radical groups organizing on their platform all the time.
That was
and like,
literally all of the insurrection was like organized on Facebook.
and listen,
Yeah.
But
I
it wasn't
get
that bad. It wasn't
wasn't
that bad.
I
It was just a
use
protest.
insurrection a little
and
harshly.
I understand the concept.
More like meeting.
Like, I understand the concept of you have a company and you want it to be profitable, right? But I went to business school and we had this thing we had a class called business ethics.
Business
Okay.
ethics.
We learned
We're really going to talk about a college business ethics.
we learned about a concept called CSR, corporate social responsibility. And that's when a corporation gets large enough that their actions, profitable or not, are affecting the
Several
community
factors,
around them, and therefore they're fucking responsible for keeping that community intact.
They're responsible to make a PR announcement that they're going to make big changes at some point.
They're
Yeah.
responsible to say every now and again that they're going to make big changes.
Yeah, and the problem is that like
We're
they're
sorry.
not. And
We're sorry.
We're sorry.
Sorry.
the problem is that the way that we have structured like our economy in general is that we don't punish these companies hard enough when they fuck up like this. It's like, oh, they get fined like less than 1% of their monthly profit. You know what I mean?
And like the U.S. Internet laws are just so out of date. They're just not up to date for social media. Social media has just evolved too quickly for government to keep up with it and make legislation.
Honestly,
about it.
I'm
So
not
we just
talking
need a
about content
revamp.
though.
But you mean like just Facebook's
fire hose of
responsibility in
content?
general?
Well, here's the thing. I don't think that you should be regulating what people do and don't see on the internet. But what I think should be regulated is the information that they're taking from people. Because here's the thing. That whole myth about your phone listening to you, that's not true. Facebook and Google just have these amazing algorithms that like even if I get off Facebook and the three of you still have one, it fucking knows that there is somebody there that the three of you associate with.
Yeah.
And they're going to build a profile around that person and then sell that information to Google based off of their
Because our
best
phones
guess.
are close.
Yes,
Literally
exactly.
the GPS
Yes.
from the phone will do that.
Yep, exactly. So, like I'm saying,
And they're turning the fucking frogs gay.
What else would they do?
so basically what I'm saying is just like that information and that data should be heavily taxed. That they should tax the shit out of them for that, because then all of a sudden it doesn't become worth it for them to have anymore. And honestly, like, you know, fuck you. That's the price of doing business in America. Don't like it, go somewhere else.
I don't know if that's the solution. I was talking to John Chang-Soon about this earlier today, and it's like, I don't know what the solution is, but our system is so fucked up right now that the people who do make the decisions have no ability to actually have a good, valid conversation.
Or understand
They don't
what is
understand
going
it.
on.
They're too
Right.
fucking old.
They just don't understand.
They're too fucking
well,
old.
where's
That's just
AOC?
talking about the entire broken
Did you guys
system.
hear
Where-
about
what's the Finsta thing?
the
Is that what you're
Finsta
talking
thing?
about?
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
Yeah.
I
Did
want
you
to
guys hear
say
about that?
that guy shouldn't have a job.
Well,
That guy shouldn't be making legislation around
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah.
Like it's like,
Well, you shouldn't be offering Finsta as a service. It's like
The lady
it's not
was-
a
it's
service.
not a
She was
service.
so polite.
It's
I
not-
give
yeah.
her so much credit in being like, "Sir, you're not a
I'd be
fucking
like,
moron."
hey,
It's like we're talking to a
shithead.
dinosaur.
Be like, do me a favor, take out your phone, Google what Finsta is on Urban
Yeah.
Dictionary.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a product that we use? Like, that could be solved like that. And he's like, Urban Dictionary? Who's doing this now?
Alaskan pipeline. Why would you offer this?
He's like, we have to shut down the internet in its entirety. It is a law.
It's just
Sodom
a big
and
switch.
Gomorrah.
Just unplug it.
Throw the internet switch, crunk.
so there's that, and then what's the other side of this? The other half of this.
That
honestly,
Zodiac killer had a Facebook and probably played Farmville.
That's how we found him. They built a profile around him.
Y'all saw that he had a Facebook account, right?
Yeah.
Well, because
He had a
I
series-
thought you were making a joke. Is this real?
Did you not see they like uncovered who the
I've been in the I've been in the Middle Ages. All right, fair enough.
There's no phones.
So there's this guy, a serial killer.
Okay, all right.
No, they found out who the Zodiac killer was, and
They think, right?
No, it's like
it's
it's-
like all.
is he still
it's pretty
alive?
much confirmed.
No,
No,
he died in
2018.
2018.
Okay.
Oh, in stereo.
but he had a Facebook account.
And everyone was saying it was
There's
drugs.
this one dude who was like his friend. I saw a bunch of posts on this. There was one dude who was his friend, and it was like, me and Gary, he's the Zodiac killer. Like all of the posts were like that, and like there were other instances of that guy like posting on forums where people were like, no, this guy's the Zodiac, no, this guy, and he's like, nope, it's my neighbor Gary.
My neighbor.
He told me.
Yeah, and he's like, no, remember that RH and the other thing? That's his best friend, like Ron Howard. Or
He
whatever.
showed me the bodies.
Ron Howard.
Yeah, it's the only
Another
RH.
throwback, Ron Howard.
Ron Howard.
That fucking party. Your birthday. Your 22nd birthday.
Ron Howard. God bless you, Ron Howard, wherever you are.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Oh,
Talking
yeah,
about
Facebook.
Twitch.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Twitch.
Oh, but the one thing about like taxing them, like on the for mining that information, corporations are going to get out of taxes either way. So there's
I mean,
going to be something. But
That's
I
a systemic issue, though.
Yeah,
The
they're
entire
gonna get
system
out
is
exactly.
fucked. It doesn't matter.
And so no matter what, they're just going to game the system. However, maybe we just need less old people in
Yeah,
office.
first, I mean,
there should be age and term limits.
Yeah.
I mean, listen,
a purge.
That's what COVID means.
Facebook.
I think we
takes-
all have a race.
Facebook takes
A physical
advan-
100-yard dash.
I thought
What
that was
happens when
going
you enter it?
somewhere else. I was like, whoa. To be completely honest, Facebook is a symptom of the disease that is the system in which we live in. And here's the other thing:
It's
is
not
that
Facebook's fault
there
for
are
doing this.
plenty of politicians that came out and said the reason that Facebook is even in this position is because they throw money around Washington like it's nobody's business.
Yeah, no shit. Like,
Two, the people in our body of Congress, which by the way, there should be fucking age limits and term limits, are too old and too ignorant to understand how these things actually work and how it's actually destroying our society.
these
And-
people were around when the Nazis were living.
Yeah.
You want them to talk about what's on my Instagram? Like,
In order to make legislation about Facebook, you have to know how to post something on Facebook. You have to, without asking your grandson
without
or granddaughter to do it for you.
Without posting a photo and then resharing it because you're too stupid to know that posting it put it on the timeline anyway.
And you also can't have any photos from this angle, like all other.
your favorite angle.
Honestly, I said a couple years ago that Facebook was the sinking ship full of crazy boomers. Just fucking let them have it. Just let them have it. And
We had a Trump presidency.
and then
Yeah.
then look what happened. You know,
Well, I mean, like,
let them have it.
MySpace disappeared. I think it's only a matter of time. You know, Facebook's dying.
Yeah.
I don't think Facebook's dying.
Facebook's the it
MySpace
depends.
never
The
had
user
2
base-
billion accounts.
Yeah,
MySpace never
true.
created parts of the economy that didn't exist before.
The financial implication of Facebook will keep it around for a while, but I don't think you're going to have like the active new growing user base.
Right.
of
I
it.
mean,
yeah.
right. And but
Yeah.
the other kind of issue is that like people run their business off Facebook now.
Yeah.
You know, so like I understand the utility of it, but when you put in your fucking TOS, and this is a real quote, that we do not believe we are the arbiters of truth, that is a gross like misuse of your power. You know what I mean? Like Twitter, for all their, which shout out to Jack Dorsey, because my neighbor works for Twitter and knows him personally. Like,
And
been
he's
in-
the Zodiac
and
killer.
and apparently Jack Dorsey has gone out of his way to make sure that Twitter is a more like habitable social media platform.
Doesn't look like it. But
I mean, listen, that platform's still nothing but people shitting on each other, and if you don't have a good take, you're going to get ratioed.
I love
But at the very same time, he's gone out of his way to make sure that there's independent fact checkers, and that if there's something is not true, they label it as being untrue, and they send you a source to where it is. Where Facebook, it's just a fucking Wild West out there.
and click on it and figure it out on your own.
well, that
whether
was
it's
part
true or
of
not.
part of the whistleblower. You know, all the news that came out of that was they did put protocols in place leading up to the election, and then after it was like, okay, well, there wasn't, you know, this rioting in the streets. Pull all the safety measures,
Oh, what happened after that then? They took all the safety measures out, and then what happened?
and it went off the rails.
Oh my God! It's like
like a worldwide
It was like Charlie
there
Choo
was
Choo.
that, but I think
Charlie
I think something even worse happened. The fucking insurrection, you know.
meeting.
throwing that word around.
There
just
is.
slinging
It ain't
that
no
word.
insurrection, brother. All right, like
It was a gathering.
yeah. Which, by the way, I downloaded Getter, which is the new like
Yeah.
right
Oh,
wing.
yeah.
I
Who's
went on.
the guy that
Why?
developed it?
Who
His,
the- why?
I don't know. Some
No, Pat, because
dumbass.
it's just like watching
It's-
Choo Choo
It's
Charlie.
like, it's like
It's
you
train
remember when there
fire.
was what was Yik Yak?
yes.
Oh, I loved Yik Yak.
Like
was
Yik Yak
awesome.
was great for just like watching situations
Yep.
blow up.
Yeah, and was
yeah.
the best part about that was like, especially like, you know, you got the true feedback of the people in the area. For instance, we held a show at the Quad one time, and a certain band went on, and they were not good. And I heard through Yik Yak, like to the point where people were like, "Yo, she is not really singing right now, is she?" Like that type of brutal honesty.
On the other end of the spectrum, it was cool. It was like people were like, "Oh, what's going on with the Echoplex?" And just hearing people talk about it's like it's nameless and faceless. Is this somebody I know?
Yeah.
Is this somebody I don't know?
It was that one
It's
time
just
that
Nick
guy
pumping out content.
Hey, you guys hear about it?
Hear about my house? I mean, Echo.
I picked the good social media platform. I was like, Yik Yak. That's where I'm putting all my money.
The best is like at Rutgers, people would just put random addresses and be like, having a sick house party, come to my house or whatever. And then there would be nothing, but there would just be a crowd of people.
Just be an
hanging
old
outside.
couple.
amazing.
Just
Honey,
be a
what are they
crowd of
doing
people,
out there?
yeah.
Great
it
way
was
to
great.
rob people.
My petunias, honey.
Yeah.
But yeah, Facebook ain't looking
Facebook
good.
bad.
And what's funny about this is that we're talking about this We haven't even talked about how it all fucking went down the tubes for 6 hours, and
Yeah.
everybody was
that's
like,
a
"What
good
the
point,
fuck?
yeah.
Where do we go to post our
Conveniently,
misinformation?"
Yeah.
After all this came out,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How long was it down for? It was
Like
6 hours?
6-7
Yeah,
hours. I
half a
think.
day.
For Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp.
Welcome
Yeah.
back to Instagram. Fortnite still sucks. Oh, that was great. That was fucking awesome. But yeah, ain't looking good. But either way, I'm totally on this lady's side. Like fucking take it all the way.
100%.
I mean,
Yeah.
unfortunately, the problem
Let's change things up.
is that if you're a whistleblower and you go to the federal government, they will protect you. If you go to the press, that it's free game. They will sue you into oblivion.
Yep.
So don't get me wrong. I don't think Facebook is going to make any public moves just yet because their PR is already trash.
Assassinate her.
But I wouldn't.
Slowly, they're gonna
Slowly.
like leak uranium into the water supply of her house.
Some old school like Cold War shit
They're
going
just going
on.
to send their misinformation.
biological attack. But even then, I mean, Mark Zuckerberg had the most egotistical quote. He's like, "Oh, see, our actions mischaracterized." No, dude, it's not mischaracterized. You put that in your TOS.
Well,
Like,
the man's
what
a
are you
robot.
talking about?
Well, I don't
The
read
man
that
is
anyway.
just an alien
I think-
robot.
Well, sociopaths
Who
can't
doesn't-
empathize.
I
So
think
he
at-
doesn't
robots
understand
can't
human
do that.
emotions.
At the end of the day, it's like nobody's willing to have the real conversations. It's all just like proxy war between
Yeah.
different political factions. And it just makes me realize even more. It's like the people who we put in office are not the people who are able to handle these big, important questions. It's like people who know how to run campaigns well. So it's like our whole
And-
system is just
yeah.
fucked. And
Again,
this is
that-
it's just a symptom. Social media
Yeah.
is
Yeah, that just goes back to the whole systemic issue
Yeah.
that the people in charge are not the right people.
We just got to go back to Neopets being the one social media platform.
100%, 100%, and the barter system.
The barter
you know what?
system's
Let's
great.
just do the barter system. I like that too.
I will say
Revert to
this.
serfdom.
Obviously, I don't agree with what took place on January 6th, obviously. But can we stop pretending like that building isn't full of criminals? Don't just
Don't
saying.
try and
on that day and on other days.
You're not wrong. That's a hell of a spin zone.
Okay.
You're not wrong.
That is a spin zone.
That's a spin
so,
zone.
so what's going on with Twitch? Do we even?
Oh
touch
yeah,
on
okay. I
Twitch?
guess we'll talk about Twitch. Listen, fuck you, Facebook. But anyway, Twitch.
Catch us live on Facebook tomorrow night.
So Twitch had a data breach, like 125 gigabytes.
Big.
Of a
Everything,
lot
like
of
software,
information.
proprietary software development kits, everything uploaded to 4chan, and basically everybody's salary was leaked, and the only one who got shit for it was our boy Hassan. Which like is my favorite. Was he's like, I don't understand why everyone's freaking out. I got my fucking sub count right up there. It says this
Yeah,
number
if you do
times
the math.
2.5.
Right,
If
There
you do the
go.
math, you can figure out how much he's making.
I think
But,
that's wild. Like,
Well, he's the only one that everybody else is like a gamer, and he's a gamer, but he's also
Yeah.
like a socialist, and he, you know, like
I think one of the crazier things was XQC, who's number 2 on the list with 8.4 million. Which, by the way, all these numbers are how much they made over the past 2 years. So like
From
divide
October 2019.
October 2019 to
so
August of 2021.
2022. Yeah, 21.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
whatever, it's fine.
So, but yeah, but-
I think it's August 2019. Whatever, it's
It's
2 years.
Roughly 2 years.
It's
It's 2 years.
Yeah.
2
But
years,
so
2 years.
what I find hysterical is that XQC, 8.4 million. He's number 2 on the list. And he has the worst microphone you've ever seen. It's like one of those snowball microphones. And then he has not updated his camera probably since he started streaming on Twitch. But he's the number 1 guy.
Doesn't matter, dude.
That's the thing. That's what I love is the fact that this dude, and also his background is just his bed. Not even I don't even know if it's on a bed frame. It might just be on the floor. It's just
No
this
box
bed.
spring, no nothing.
And I love that. I love the fact that that guy is number 2 on the
Can you
list.
imagine that like he's got that as his studio, and then like he opens the door to his house, and it's like a lavish like LA mansion?
Yes, yeah. But
So-
he's fronting.
This is just from subs too. This is not
Yeah.
donations.
Not from donations,
This is
bits,
not
nothing,
partners,
yeah.
no
Or
bids,
sponsorships, yep.
sponsorships, nothing like that. And like I said, no one got shit but Hassan. And I guess like the whole socialist thing plays into it, but also like I watch Hassan easily like 2 to 3 hours a day on Twitch and on YouTube. I'll pull up his VODs too. Because first of all, he's entertaining. Like I fucking think he's hilarious when he like just takes down the conservative shitbirds. I love that so much. Number 2 is that like, do the people who are making this argument not understand what socialism is?
No,
You know
one
what I
does.
mean?
No, what,
I
the
don't
whole-
really think anyone there's those like, we have somebody that we know who claims to know what socialism
There's
is.
those people.
And literally, without me having to go into it, I disassembled his argument and he didn't say anything for the rest of the night. So it's one of those things where it's like, oh, this is the
Fucked him.
fucked him, cucked him real good. I was like, oh, okay, this
You know what his
isn't.
secret was? He's already wide.
You cost me $100.
It's like, bro, I'm wider.
But my point is just that, oh, you don't understand this actual political spectrum. You understand the grift you were
talking
sold.
points.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like my favorite things. Like there was a tweet that I saw recently that it was like a tent city. And it was like, this is what like your housing would look like under socialism. And the comment under that was like, buddy, this is current. Like this is a live picture under capitalism.
That's crazy because we don't live in a socialist society, and this is a real
And
picture.
this is the real
I
picture.
love all of those where it's like the timeline is so close to a breakthrough.
I love that it's like, well, if you make all this money, why don't you just give it all away? It's like we live in a capitalist system. It's like you can propose socialism as a system, but that doesn't mean that it exists. You're
All
not
of these
just
willing
willing
it free.
into
Why don't they give
existence.
chemo
I
for
also
free? It's like
don't-
you're talking about free health.
I also don't.
We're asking for that.
We've been asking for that for years.
I also don't believe that a socialist system is the way that we should go. I think we can have a capitalist society with socialist
bit of- a
programs.
little bit of both.
Yeah, you know.
we figured out that capitalism works. We made it this far.
Well,
we've made it to
no,
late stage
no,
capitalism.
No,
We've made it
no,
this far. It
define capapitalism that it works because
Unregulated,
Because-
unfettered capitalism is
It
perfect.
works.
because
It works.
because 1%
Competition.
own the bottom 90% of the money.
Well, that's an
you know what I
oligarchy
mean?
at this
Like,
point.
I also
yeah.
love, like, if you look back at like Rockefeller and all those barons from back then, like the amount of taxes that they paid were astronomical, and they still donated on top
Dude,
of
that's
that. Like,
the thing. That's my main problem right now. Millionaires and billionaires are not building cool shit. Like,
Yeah.
I want libraries. I want big old concert halls. I want like wild, crazy shit. That,
I don't
like,
care
you know,
about your dick-shaped rocket.
I was thinking the
I
same
want
thing.
something I can
straight
enjoy.
up. It's like build like just something stupid. Even it's just like build like a big ass
what's
like
this-
stadium.
What's that shithead who?
Oh, they do that in the
what's-
NFL.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Elon
that's
Musk is digging tunnels under LA.
That,
All
like
moving to
that's
Texas,
the closest
too.
shit
But
to
did
it.
you, did you see? I was like very amped about that, and then when you saw what you saw, right?
Oh yeah, the Hyperloop is not a great.
Well, the Hyperloop I think is a cool concept, but what he's doing, he's just digging tunnels and then putting like trays that carry fucking Tesla cars from one area of the city to the other at a slower rate than they could drive.
What's the traffic? In
Can
LA,
I have?
baby?
Well, yeah, it'll
may
be
I
the
have
traffic,
more
but-
loops, brother?
But it's like
Brother, may I have more loops?
Want one ticket for the Hyperloop,
you
brother?
can't drive it. You have to wait for somebody to drive you. Like it's terrible.
He's stupid.
It's terrible.
I mean, listen, if that guy's stupid, what the fuck am I? But my point is that who's that dickhead who was like, Jeff Bezos is going to space? Well, I better figure it out first. What's his name?
Richard Branson?
Richard Branson.
Well,
I-
Richard
his-
Branson has also been talking about going to space for years.
He's
Right.
also
He
like
just
the
hasn't done it.
cliched crazy rich man.
I
Yes.
just had
Yeah,
the most
yeah.
astonishing time riding the Virgin Galactic. I was like, I
Yes.
saw that ad. I was like, who do you think's gonna buy this? Like, we can't afford
Bunch
this.
of virgins.
oh,
you know?
you don't matter to him. You're not in his target demographic.
No. Oh, well.
But yeah, so I don't
So
know.
fuck
Hassan
those guys.
might be.
Socialism
Hassan.
doesn't work. However, one other thing to note from this was that on that list of like the top 100 people or so, you don't get a woman until number 39 with
And who
Pokimane.
was it? Pokimane, right?
Pokimane.
Is number 39 on the list, and
Where's
then
my gal
Amaranth.
Amaranth?
Which is
Amaranth is
crazy
at
because
48th.
yeah, but Amaranth still makes $100,000 a
Well,
month
yeah.
to lick silicone ears.
Exactly, and Amaranth
And all of
isn't
her
she
other-
also on OnlyFans.
I was
as
gonna
well?
say all of her
So
other
again,
supplemental content.
That's just Twitch, but it's also it has to go with I think there's a lot of issues with Twitch not promoting enough other channels other than like the top channels, but at the same time they're the top channels. That's what is
Right.
driving
Well, we've been
people
talking
to
about
Twitch.
the
We've been talking about that,
Exactly,
but-
the discoverability of it all. But that's just what's driving them. But either
Yeah,
or, it's
I mean-
mostly white men just all the way up at the top.
Sitting in their
yeah.
bedrooms.
Yeah, in their bedrooms with no box spring.
Some of them are
Shapiro.
white passing though too, because Hassan is Muslim and Turkish. So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
okay. I don't fucking sit here with all this. All right. Anyway,
Mostly white men.
Before we
get
move
this
on,
out.
this is totally unrelated, but I feel like it kind of fits into the conversation. My big special news about Venmo and all those other cash sharing apps. I found out today from my friend who works at the bank that apparently they're finally doing it. Whereas if you get, I think the number is $700. If you have that many debits to your account, you now have to file like
A 1099.
a 1099 and file it in your taxes.
Wait, say that again.
Your credits to your account, your Venmo account, if it goes over a $700 limit in 1 year, you have to file for
And
taxes.
see, this is what
send
the
you
fuck
essentially a
I'm
1099,
talking
like a
about.
Really?
It's like-
Venmo, Cash App, all
It's
those
like,
other.
why the fuck is that happening to us? But fucking Jeff Bezos pays less taxes than me sitting right here.
Not disagreeing with you, but I think the logic behind it is they're going after small businesses that
It's 100% off
operate
for them.
under the table. But for like when I'm paying my rent, I send Alexis pays the full amount, and then I send her. So it's like now she's got to file my half of the rent.
Yeah.
Or I have to write her a paper check or
Money
give her
that isn't
money.
even hers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like there's a better solution. Like why are
It
you
just,
just
it,
like
like it
that's the
flat out doesn't
easiest.
make sense.
When does that
like,
go into
Oh my
effect?
God.
2022.
2022.
I told you,
as
building
dumb.
So get ready to
full of
write
criminals.
checks again.
It's
Yeah,
also
I don't like
a
that.
huge thing against low income people as well. A, because
Yeah.
small businesses, and then B, where lower income people that deal mainly
The
in
other-
cash and not these type of apps for credit and credit cards.
The
and
other thing you
everything.
got to remember though is
Intact.
at this level too is that we are just numbers in the system.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, like, listen, back to what I was saying before. A building full of criminals, and I'll just leave it there.
This garage.
I'll just leave it here.
The Zodiac killer is right there.
Oh God, Chris.
Don't give his
becoming a
name
very
away.
radical.
Yo, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, I love.
Yo,
Just
we
for
would
the record,
definitely-
we are an entertainment podcast. We're not a political podcast.
And definitely not a news podcast.
Yeah.
Just to be clear,
I broke the Zodiac
it
killer news
would-
today.
we would definitely get 1 million hits if Chris murdered us right now on camera.
We say Chris.
Okay,
Come on,
all
man.
right, no, that's
there
a
we
little
go.
intimidating.
There we go.
All right, so
you could do it.
but
It's
yeah,
okay.
Facebook bad, Twitch good, but get better security.
Twitch okay.
Better security.
Twitch okay.
Someone changed the background of Twitch to Jeff Bezos' face, which was hysterical. The whole background on the website was just Jeff Bezos' face. And it was up for a while. They couldn't take it
Can
down.
we just take a moment to talk about his voice? It still disturbs me. It like haunts me in my dreams.
Everything
Jeff
about
Bezos'
that
Bezos'
man
voice.
is not
the first
good.
time I heard it, he was like, "Yeah, we just got back from space."
Yeah, his laugh on that. Like, oh, yeah, of course.
Then put his
It
dumb
really
cowboy
changed
hat
your
on.
perspective. It's like, why do you sound like a
Forrest
frat
Whitaker
bro?
eye ass motherfucker.
Don't make fun of his personality. Make fun of his character flaws.
We were up there
That's
for
a-
12
that's-
minutes,
that's
not his
and I
fa-
lived a
his
whole
appearance.
lifetime,
That's
brother.
a flawed.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about video games.
Gaming.
Far Cry 6.
It's fun as fuck.
It's great.
It's fun as fuck.
I love it.
played it?
So
So
Jess had a good question about Far Cry earlier. Your joke about you're like, did they cry far?
God damn it!
How far
Like I
did
said,
they
this is
cry?
the same joke my brother.
Into the game where you started crying.
There we go. That was it.
This was
1 minute for me.
can we get a drop? Can you drop? I don't care what it is, but give yourself something over there.
Okay.
Just hit whatever button.
Just a button.
Shut the fuck up.
There we go. There
very
we go.
self-deprecating.
Mike and I are just gonna sit this one out. You guys go ahead.
I'm gonna light up a cigar.
Okay, basically, Far Cry 6 came out on Thursday. We've both been looking forward to this. This is Danny's first Far Cry game. And
First
this,
Far Cry game and first-person shooter on PC. Yeah,
Okay.
unless you count the Call of Duty beta, which I don't really count that. But
and then
counts.
I'm trying to think of the other. I don't want to like because there's been games in between the mainline games, so I think this is like Far Cry
There have been like
9 for me. Yeah, there's like
between Far Cry?
Primal,
Oh,
Red
right.
Dragon, stuff like that.
Those aren't DLCs. Those are like
Primal, not a DLC. New Dawn, not a DLC. Blood Dragon is a DLC, but now they sell it as a standalone as well
Gotcha.
because it's big enough to be, when they gave a shit about making good DLC.
of course.
But basically, yeah, it came out on Thursday. I love the Far Cry games just in general. I've played all of them. I think they're fucking great. I think they all vary in quality, but they all do the same thing, which is just have fun doing crazy shit.
Yeah.
And I think this Far Cry took a little bit more to hit the Far Cry stride. But now that I'm deep into it, I'm like addicted. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do every icon on this map, motherfuckers.
there's a lot of setup going on in the beginning, but there's also just so much that they thrown into it. So what are you laughing
Look at his phone.
at? Nice. There we go.
Getting Taco Bell. Nice.
This one's for the audience.
Okay, let's keep going.
All right.
Sorry.
I don't even remember what the fuck I was
Did
saying.
you see there was
I'm
a lot of
sorry.
flack that
Yeah,
people were
actually,
catching
I
for
was
the
gonna get to that.
cockfighting?
Yeah, dude, it's a mini game in a Far Cry.
And it
It's
looks
done
like
like-
Street
yeah, it
Fighter.
looks like
It's
Street
done
Fighter. I was
Street
watching
Fighter,
Pat-
which is hysterical.
It's really
I got
really
a
funny.
big
Like
blue cock, and I fuck up other cocks with it.
yeah, all of the tweets were like, "This is so wrong. It's promoting." Cockfighting and everything, and someone else was like, "Bro, it's a fucking game."
It's
I was
a
like,
game.
I was like, "You have a special move as a chicken. Like, what do
It's
you
a
want
game where I have a rocket launcher that I can blow people
Also,
up
like,
with.
do you eat chicken nuggets, bitch?
Well,
Yes.
maybe
Then
they don't.
shut the fuck up. Even then, that doesn't give you
Maybe
the
they're
right to
vegan.
crucify other people.
Yeah.
For things that they
It's
first of all,
social media,
let's be
Pat.
real, okay? They're chickens, all right? They're it's not like they're a dime a dozen. We're not running out of chickens. We got too many chickens. We grow chickens without their heads now, 4 times the size that they should be for consumption. Who cares?
So violence is
Say-
okay.
And,
to chickens,
here's the
yes.
thing.
On this
Literally like
podcast,
this.
I'll say it today. Violence towards chickens
See,
is good
this
in my
is why
book.
I wanted to take the apologetic photos.
That's
because
fair.
now we're gonna need
Yeah.
the apology photo when Pat does his apology later.
PETA, we're sorry.
Pat, can you give me a preview of your apology
Yeah.
face?
Oh, he's not very apologetic.
Politically incorrect.
PETA could literally lick my taint from my asshole to the tip of my dick.
okay,
I
They don't. They
not
don't. They don't
care.
eat meat. They're gold.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, fuck yeah.
The impossible Pat.
So Far Cry.
So Far Cry.
Right. I mean, again, it's my first one, and it is fun as hell. Because especially where one thing that I'm getting used to is I can't. Shift is to run, and then control is to crouch. So every time I'm
C,
going
bro.
in,
C.
so I can hit C.
You got to
Yeah.
remap
I
it.
can. all
No,
right,
you
all right,
don't
so-
have to.
oh.
It's either left. They've learned. They figured it out. People like C, not
People
left
love C.
control.
Anyway, so I've been doing left control, and every time I try to crouch, I end up literally sprinting into the person. So every single time I'm going into a situation, I'm always just guns a-blazing. But there's a cool pack that they give you that you can just shoot rocket launchers out at people, and it just
Like a
kills
Django Fett kind of
It's
pack?
literally,
Yeah, literally.
That's
it's
really
like,
cool.
And also, like Django Fett, they also then have like a
booster pack.
booster pack that can then also light people on fire around you.
You can get
This
an
game-
EMP pack. You
Yep.
can get a there's another one that like when you turn it on, you'll fly up in the air, but it'll just literally light the legs on fire of anyone around you.
So
it's
again,
a brutal
it's
game.
so
You're just
fun.
like a casual person who gets thrown into the
No,
situation.
So, like,
You're,
you're
you were
known
like
as
the
a-
militia.
Oh,
and
okay.
Yeah, so
A
basically,
guerrera.
there's a,
Was that
there's-
Far
yeah.
Cry 5 that you were just 5 that you were just like?
Yeah, so 5 was the one that you were just some guy that got deputized to fight the cult.
Right.
And
Was
there
that
you go.
the big one
Successfully.
with Voss?
No, Voss was number 3.
3? Okay. That's the only one that I have any experience playing, but
I was
Good
gonna say
game.
I was saying to Burke is that like if you don't want to spend the $60 on Far Cry 6 and you want to experience literally the best Far Cry gameplay available, check out Far Cry 5 because it's like $10 now and it's the same as far gameplay wise. It's pretty much the same as Far Cry 6.
That's one thing that I've been reading a lot about it is that Far Cry 6 is literally no different than any of the other Far Cry games, but it's still fun as hell.
I'm not
like,
gonna
it's
sit
almost
here-
like because it's Ubisoft, and it's also they just kind of copy most of the games that they do.
I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, this is actually different. No, I'm not going to do that because there are things that are different that
Big
change
man.
it up a little
You're a
bit.
big man.
But also, like, what the fuck?
wide.
It's a Far Cry game. You bought it to play Far Cry, right?
Right,
That's
you're not,
what
you're
we're
not
doing.
buying the Just
right?
Cause games because you think it's going to be different every time.
Yeah,
Like you're like, I want it to be
exactly.
more ridiculous.
Yeah, I want more of this. And like, now I'm at the part where all my guns have silencers on them. Like I have scopes on everything. I have rocket launchers. And it's just now I can go into a camp and pick people off. And then when shit goes loud, I can just, the machete kills are fucking brutal.
Oh, they're
in this.
brutal. They're
They're
brutal.
like
because
fucking-
all you do is you just hit F and you just do a brutal machete
And
animation.
it's not like
nuts.
it's not like you decapitate people. You basically turn them into a fucking Pez dispenser, and then when you pull the knife out, you can shove it right through their sternum, and it comes out the back. Like it's beautiful.
It's amazing.
It's beautiful shit.
And I mean, another thing was that I mean, I also love whenever you heal the healing animation is like, so you know in like any game that you get, the healing, it's like you wrap around your forearm or whatever, suddenly you're healed. This one, it's like you take pliers and you pull like a bullet out of your arm. There's another one where all your fingers are messed up and you just crack them back into place.
Or your hand is limp, so you break it back into place.
Yeah. Or you light up a cigar and like cauterize like your wounds
That's
or something
Or
like that.
the one
it's sick.
where you have the shrapnel in your hand, so you just bite it out and spit it, and like your
it's-
health bar goes up. And like, here's the thing: is that normally
You bleed to death.
you can do that. You can do that, or you can just like equip health packs. But like, there's no point because it used to be that in the old Far Cry, if you did that, that was like a last ditch effort to get your health back up, but you still need to use health packs. This one, they went full tilt. They're like, fuck it, that'll heal you the full way. Just go for it.
Yeah. So you don't even really need anything. All you're doing is just running around, guns a-blazing, and then crouch, which is left control, crouch.
C.
You
C.
do this, C. I'm going to map that. I'm going to change
You
that.
don't have to. It's already
I'm going
defaulted.
to map it. I'm going to map it.
Use your small
and
keyboard
do it.
analog.
This to me, this sounds like when Rockstar went from making like Grand Theft Auto to Saints Row and just like pull out all the stops, just let it be fucking
Is
a
Rockstar?
nightmare.
Is Saints Row Rockstar? I
Right?
don't think
That was
so.
just- right?
I
No.
don't think so.
It's I'm pretty sure it's 2K Games that make Saints Row.
Oh my God! Have I been?
Rockstar only has 2 franchises.
Have I been?
Well, 3, but they won't. They refuse to make a second
pull it
bully.
up. Jess is looking.
I'm looking it up.
Saints Row.
Deep Silver, CD Projekt, High Voltage Software,
Oh man!
G5 Entertainment.
Oh, CD Projekt.
I've brought disgrace upon
Yeah,
my
there's a bunch of
household.
developers, and not
It's
one
okay,
of them
buddy.
is fucking Rockstar.
Well, no wonder.
Yeah,
No wonder.
but just notable vehicles in Far Cry right now. I was actually showing Liz some of the stuff the other night. The Guerreras, the revolutionaries, the Libertad,
The Libertad.
which the way they spell it is says libtard,
It
which
says
is really
libtard on
funny.
it. So you were just reading it. It was like, are they calling us libtards? Jesus.
So, they have like these homemade vehicles, right? They have this homemade helicopter, which is a propeller in the front and in the back, and that like brings, and it's just one seat, and it's made out of like,
It's like the Rust helicopter.
yeah, pretty much, and like it has machine guns on it, but like they're on a cooldown. But it's fun. You can fly that one. But I found this one vehicle, which is the fucking shit. It's this little dune buggy, right? Where as soon as you get it up to speed, you hit Q and your character pulls this thing and a fucking parachute comes out the back and a propeller starts to buzz in the back and you straight up can just fly this thing like a plane. And then you can, I have clips. I didn't have enough time to bring them with me, but I'll put them on the Instagram if anyone's interested. I have clips of me straight up landing this thing into an enemy base and just spinning in circles by holding the
And
handbrake
shooting.
and just fucking everybody up. Like I have some with me in the hovercraft, just hovering right next to people and then spinning and turning the machine guns on. It's so much. It's just the ingenuity in the game design is fucking awesome. It's meant to be fun. Have fun.
Yeah,
That's what it's meant
it's
to be.
literally
cockfighting.
here's the world. Here's the world. Kill people how you want to kill people. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. You have a pet alligator, you can just
Wapo.
send that thing in
Handsome
and just
man.
have him just death roll people.
I have chorizo.
Chorizo.
I have chorizo. Now chorizo's great because chorizo will just go and get like ammunition for you off the battlefield.
love that.
Liz loves chorizo.
Liz loves chorizo.
Chorizo is a little wiener dog with a wheelchair for his back 2 legs.
Yeah,
He's so
and he
cute.
doesn't hold him down.
Doesn't hold him
Or
down.
what he'll do is he'll distract the enemies, and they'll be like, "Oh, so cute," and then you can just knife them from behind. There's
He is
also
evil in his eyes.
There
Oh,
is
yeah.
there's a
malice.
leopard. There's a leopard you can get that will stealthily kill people. And then you can get Boomer from Far Cry 5. He's in this game somehow. Boomer made it through the nuclear apocalypse in Far Cry 5 in
like a
Hope County,
cockroach.
Montana, and somehow is in Yara, which, by the way, Yara is, they do everything to say that it is Cuba without saying that it's Cuba.
Yeah, pretty much.
To the point where, like, that song, My Heart is in Havana or whatever, that comes on the radio and your character will sing along with it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So
Overall, it's a really
it's
fun
fucking,
game.
for me,
It's fun as
9
hell.
out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah. For
How
sure.
far are you both into it? You said like
I
10,
think
15 hours?
I'm
or-
only 3 hours in, so
That's like-
I really
That's
haven't
balls
had
deep,
time
and
I
to
took a
put-
bite
yeah.
out of it. I
Yeah.
got 15 hours in, but I've just been doing everything and anything that I can, so I haven't been following the main quest. I'm only 30% through the main quest.
Yeah,
and
that's
I'm
what I was
15
gonna
hours
ask.
in.
But like even like just after the 3 hours, like I haven't been home, so I haven't been able to play it, and I'm just getting itchy. Or just like I just need to play this game again.
I got this
It's
one.
so good.
Before we move on, I got this one fucking clip, you guys. It literally easily MLG sniper. Okay, like I was running straight up, and I got some guy on the machine gun of the boat, like right in between where his head sticks out, and you just see his head pop like a fucking balloon. It was wonderful. I gotta fucking pull
You
it.
don't
in.
have it on
What-
here?
No, I don't. It's on my Shadow Play stuff.
One thing that I have is I think the AI is just really dumb, or maybe it was just this one base that I was going into because
That's
there was
the Far Cry AI.
Because like the thing is, I was standing there with a sniper, and as dudes were coming out of this door, it was like pop dead,
One.
pop dead, pop dead. It was. I think I got 5 of them in a row before one of them eventually decided to stay back.
That's like Skyrim AI.
Oh, exactly. Never should have come here.
It can be a bit like a pain in the ass. Oh, actually, you know what? Before we move on, there is one thing they did that I think overcomplicates things.
It's the crouch controls.
Yes, the crouch control.
They have
hard.
2 buttons for crouch, and I
It's
don't get how to
really
do
hard.
it.
Over complicated.
They overcomplicated the combat in the sense that they created these things called ammo types, which has never been in Far Cry before. They also gave enemies health bars as opposed to just, shooting them a couple times and they're dead. So basically, like, if you have what's called soft ammunition, right, that can kill low-level, unarmed, or, like, super low-level enemies. If you want to kill vanguards, like captains and stuff, you have to have armor-piercing rounds. If you want to kill flame types, you want to use explosive rounds. If you want to kill explosive types, you got to use flame rounds, right? The problem is that you cannot just put different ammunition in the same gun. You modify one gun to carry that ammo
And
type.
that's the one that you use for the lieutenants. That's the one you use for the soft guys.
But here's the thing, is that it's such a struggle in the beginning, but later on in the game,
You're fine.
I'm fucking it doesn't matter what gun I use now. As long as you have armor piercing in the gun, and you have something to take down helicopters, your fucking jetpack or a rocket launcher, it's not even a system that even affects gameplay in the later stages of the game.
So that's what I was going to ask. I was going to say, is it more of like we don't want you to just do like what you're doing is run and gun. Like we don't want you to just walk
No,
in.
they
and-
definly want you to
Yeah.
run and gun because
But
They
then
don't
that seems like
reward
counter. That
stealth.
seems like counter.
They really don't reward
really?
stealth.
Dude,
yeah.
it's neither
what that-
way because that's
that
like
totally feels like they should do that in that kind of like if you're like building in like you have this weapon to kill this kind of person. So it's like you have to like strategically approach combat situations. Like that's what that sounds like to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's just not that.
Just not.
Because also they give you a flamethrower and everybody's flammable. And you just light them up.
Yo, I
Light
haven't
'em up.
unlocked grenades yet, but I only have Molotov cocktails, so I just light everyone on fire. Also, like, there's strategy to it in this one where there's like checkpoints now. So you got to clear the checkpoint in the road so your cars can get through. Then once you can get a car through, you got to take down the anti-aircraft gun that's in the area because then you can't fly any helicopters or any aircraft high enough. I found out if you fly just above the tree line and you make it quick, you can get to where you got to go, but you got to fucking move.
That feels like Rust to me.
Yeah.
Like you are to be quick and low.
They also implemented, like, I don't know if they had this before, but you can bribe soldiers sometimes.
That's new.
So,
That's new.
Yeah. Yeah, so if there's just like a soldier just like blocking your way and it's just one lone guy, you just walk up without your gun, just talk to him, just be like, hey, $20, how about you just go take a walk? And he's like, yep, I don't want to be here for whatever you're going to do, so I'm going to go.
And then
I
you
don't
just
bribe
shoot him
shit.
anyway.
I fucking kill
Oh, yeah,
everyone.
then you just kill them anyway as soon
Yeah.
as they turn their back.
Either way, though, Far Cry, I find it great. It's awesome. I can't wait to play it for the rest of the week that I have off.
Do
So.
the face.
All right. Venom, Let There Be Carnage.
Metroid.
I can talk about.
Oh,
Metroid
you want to talk
if
about Metroid first?
Yeah,
Okay, go for
So
it.
Metroid Dread came out on the 8th. Bro, that game is hard. Like I did not expect this
My
game.
buddy John, who I went to Comic-Con with today, he already beat it.
Really?
Yeah, he
The-
beat it in 2 days.
I played maybe like an hour and a half of it so far. I didn't get a ton of chance to play through it. It's a classic Metroid game where it's like you got to go to this planet because some shit's going down, and then you get there and then somebody like rocks you, And then you wake up and you're like, all my armor is gone and all my materials are gone. I have to search this entire facility to get all my upgrades back.
So a Metroid game.
Which is every single Metroid game. But
This is a sequel to Fusion, right? A Metroid Fusion,
yeah,
right?
so they talk about having the where she is the Metroid DNA where it got her
Right.
like cured of the virus that she had. So
Yeah.
it's very much Fusion. But they called it I cracked up at it when you get like beat up the first time and you wake up. They're like, we don't know why you got knocked unconscious by that guy. Also, all your shit's gone. Call it physical amnesia. You don't remember how to do any of these moves. And I was just like, you're just really like, you just want to get us to the game. You're not giving it any exposition.
The point of a good
you lost
sequel,
all your muscle memory.
yeah.
the point of a good sequel is to double down on what works and get rid of what doesn't.
So that's
not
yeah.
go back to square
Right.
one and just do everything that worked the first time.
which is the whole purpose of it. Like you're in a base and they have these like really strong robots that got sent to this base to figure it out before you did.
Oh, these are the chase scenes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically it's got like the alien kind of gameplay where it's like if you're within a certain zone, this thing is always walking around the zone and it hears
Okay.
you when you're walking and it
love
has
that.
like a field of view. If you get into it, the thing goes quicker and it starts to chase you and it will
Okay.
kill you instantly. Like if it grabs you, you have, I don't know, it says like it'll flash once and you have to hit X at the exact time to do that. Otherwise it's an instant kill.
Your mom flashed me once.
Yeah, did you hit X or did she kill you?
I hit C.
I crouched.
Get me out of here.
Danny's like,
Get me. I sprinted into her.
and then he knifed her. Anyway, no.
But yeah, it's like it's super hard because the whole point, like, I really actually like that they implemented it this way because a lot of the old Metroid games where there'd be like a little crack in a wall here, but you wouldn't know. Like it would look exactly like another block and you would blow it up and there would be a little secret thing down there. So it really forced you to basically like shoot every pixel and like sit and spend the time and do that. But because now you're being chased half of the game, like you can't do that. Like you can't sit time to like explore, look around, do different kind of things because
Right.
you'll instantly die.
Right.
So it took how I used to totally play Metroid, flipped it entirely on its head.
Right. So now that you have
you enjoy it that
personal,
I enjoy it because I'm the kind of like I'm the person who's like I need to find every fucking rocket upgrade.
how,
and
how
like,
you playing footsies
yeah.
with me? We're sitting next to each other.
Come on, man. Come on. Don't be shy.
That's Liz.
Oh my God.
Long-legged Liz. So now that you have personal experience with Metroid, and I know you love Dark Souls, let's talk about accessibility and difficulty and how they are not the same thing.
Oh yeah, no, not at all.
Okay, good, because people are like, it's too difficult. This isn't accessible.
What,
It's
Metroid?
like-
No, it's
yeah,
completely accessible.
Like,
It's
get
just
good,
like
bitch. That's
It's-
difficulty and accessibility are not the same.
Can you
Sorry,
download
they're
the
not.
game? It's accessible.
it's accessible.
That's
The
accessibility.
Last
to
of
me.
Us 2 on grounded mode is a very difficult game, but blind people can play it because of the accessibility. Difficulty does not define accessibility. Your
No.
shit skills at the game defines
Well,
difficulty.
here's the thing. It's like the whole thing about this game is it forces you to move. Like
Yes.
you don't. It forces you to like. It's scary almost. It's kind of like a horror. Like it's like that kind of
Well, yeah,
element
you
with it.
compared it to Alien Isolation.
Yeah, it's very much like that. Where like
Man,
you're
that
running
game's got
around.
legs and it's so mediocre.
It really no, it really is. It really is.
But keep
It's
going.
horrifying.
Yeah,
but
you're running around and you have to be like, oh shit, okay, I have to slide under this part, and then one of them you can only slide into things that are on the same like ground level.
Right.
So it's like there might be like a one space block, but it's up one block, and you're like, fuck, I can't go in there. So I have to like run down here or run around it, and then like go into the other room, and then you have to lose it. Like if you get red, all of the doors lock, and you just have to literally run away until it kind of like is out of its sight zone, until it's in like yellow search mode.
I saw the kill animation and it's pretty brutal. It's just,
Dude.
it shoves that thing right into her face, right?
Yeah, it's just like it looks like the
enemies from Portal.
thank you. Yeah, it looks like the enemy from Portal.
Yeah.
And it's got like a big like red eye in the center. And then like if it catches you, you literally have it'll flash yellow for like half a second. The game literally says you have a 99% chance of dying if it catches you.
Yeah.
Damn.
So you can parry it. It's like a perfect parry. If you don't, the thing just like pins you down and shoots a giant needle into your face and kills you instantly.
Yeah.
It's not like it damages
So
you.
Very
scale,
accessible.
Scale. Oh, yeah, we got to scale 1 to 10.
So far, I'm giving it like a 7 or 8.
Okay.
I want to
All
get to a boss.
Okay. Oh, you haven't even gotten.
Haven't even gotten to a boss.
That's what I heard
Hour
is
and
the
a half.
most difficult.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard is literally the
Very
most
The
difficult.
bosses usually are.
Yeah, but I mean like unfair difficult. Like you have to wait for a counter. You can't just shoot it.
That's what most of the that's how this is done. It's all about timing.
I've only played
gotta
one
shoot it in
Metroid
its underbelly.
Prime, and
well, no,
for,
that's like how this game is.
Yeah,
This whole game is not about being able to brute force shit.
yeah,
Okay.
being methodical, pretty
Yes.
much. All right. Speaking of not being methodical, Venom: Let There Be Carnage. So Jess and I were the only two that subjected ourselves to this pile of shit. Have you guys seen the first one?
I was going to say I haven't subjected myself.
Don't
to that.
watch
subjected
it.
myself to
So
that pile of
if
shit.
the first Venom was a 3 out of 10, I would give this Venom a 4.5 out of 10 just because it's mercifully
Harrelson.
short. It is 25 minutes shorter than the last one, and god damn it, it's so much
What does
better
that make
for
it?
it.
What's the runtime?
It's like an hour and a half, right?
Literally like 90 minutes flat, like something like that.
They
But
knew.
so
knew.
listen, there's nothing really to say about this movie. It made a shit ton of money. The Venom heads are gonna love it if it's good or bad.
Those V heads.
And what we really want to talk about is the post-credit scene. So if you haven't seen Venom, I don't care.
We're not.
If you haven't
You're-
seen it,
you're
at
not
this
gonna be
point,
disappointed.
You're not gonna be
gonna see it.
disappointed.
You're
Big
just not gonna
symbiote
go
fights
see it.
another symbiote. So there's probably going to be a
there's
third
not
later
too
on.
much we can say about this, but basically what happens is I was told by some VHs on the on a Facebook thread
That's Venom heads for all you out there.
that apparently I must have missed a line that when this transition into like a new universe happens that Venom actually says I'm not doing this, which means that Doctor Strange is affecting. Did you hear that?
Or-
any of you, Liz or Jess? Did you hear Venom say I'm not doing this, or what the when they jump universes pretty much? Right? It's just supposed to.
Right
he's
when he
like,
farts.
It's right when he farts. It's just when he says the words like I have showed you what we symbiotes can really do, and like then he like I guess teleports them to a new universe, and then you see Alex Jones, J. Jonah Jameson on
Outing, yeah.
on TV, and then it switches to the end of Far From Home where Peter's face has been revealed to the world.
He gets doxxed.
So here's kind of my issue. Kevin Feige is adamant about keeping Sony's bullshit out of the MCU.
Doesn't seem like it.
Well, he has not confirmed that this is in the MCU, right? But the problem is Sony still retains
Yeah.
the rights to do whatever they want with Spider-Man and his characters. So I tend to believe that after, what's the one coming out in December that we're? Oh, by the way, that movie comes out the same day as The Witcher, so get ready for that.
Well,
Is it Multiverse? Is that the first one that's coming out?
No,
You're talking about Immortals?
No, the Spider-Man,
Spider-Man.
one. No Way Home.
Oh.
So
Good one.
Now listen, to give the Venom heads credit,
the V's.
the Sony
VHs.
the Sony
VHs.
villains are in No Way Home. So it is possible that secret villain in the trailer is Venom. It is
Right.
totally
Pull up a
possible.
picture of the secret villain.
Yeah, I'll
Right,
just
that
pull up.
may or may not be Lizard Man or
that may or may not be Liz.
Hi,
It's actually Chris.
how's it going?
It's
Hold on.
actually the fucking Zodiac killer.
Gary.
We might know who the no, you don't. Shut the fuck up.
We might know.
See, and that's why Mr. Sunday is at the top, because he's at the top of Google searches.
It's at the top of your Google.
Yeah, really.
Let's see, the sixth hidden
sixth
villain.
hidden villain
I don't
in
want to
Spider-Man
read like a
No
whole
Way
list. I
Home.
just want to see a
Just want that
screenshot.
image.
Hello,
Of,
Peter.
which, by the way, when he says that, I think we've talked about it before, but he's definitely talking to Tobey Maguire, not.
He has to be.
Yeah.
love that.
Also, I sent you guys that leaked audio. Tobey Maguire definitely says, "You guys have web shooters." Like that is definitely something Tobey Maguire said. I'm trying to find the image here. Oh, lizard right here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Lizard?
so I don't know how you
Why
can.
don't we make that first off? Let's make this full screen.
I don't know how you can discern if that's the lizard or not. You know what
It's
I
definitely
mean?
not Liz.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
can say that.
I don't know. Maybe.
It's got Liz qualities.
It's green.
You're okay looking like this? You're cool with that?
You're so
So-
brave.
So
So
like,
brave.
I think the one thing in the actual like animated version or like the movie version of this instead of the still is that like people thought it was a lizard because of the tail ish
Yeah.
animation, but that also very well could be like just
Right.
weird Venom.
I mean, either way, my point is that
Venom's dick.
my point is that after No Way Home is done, if Venom is not in it, Sony's gonna be like, hey, thanks for rebuilding our brand, bitches, and just take
pull
Spider-Man
back.
and go do whatever
gonna do
they're
whatever
gonna do.
we wanna do.
So I mean, they do have that option, but it's like, why would you fuck over like the most popular version of this character that you have, and you don't really have to do much of the work. You know, it's like just let Marvel keep doing the work for you.
Have you seen?
Yeah.
Have you seen any Sony movie that involves any? Jared Leto Morbius. That movie's coming out.
Did that come out?
No, it is coming out. And Michael Keaton's Vulture is in the movie, but there's posters of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man on the walls in the trailer. So it's like they're just doing whatever they want, and they're trying to take a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be interesting to see like who's pushed where, what's pulled there.
It's like TASM 2. You know, it's movies made by committee. These movies aren't written by one person. You know what I mean?
I feel like this is when like there's two kids. There's the older kid and then there's the younger kid, and the parents are like, "Bring your little brother along, let him do." And then like the older brother, it's like holding back, like just like I gotta let him do his thing, and mom and dad told me I had to bring him along.
Either way, though, I got money riding on this because I told one of the Venom heads on the thread, like, hey, listen, save this comment and Venmo request me. Can I Venmo request you $100 because on December 17th I want to come back to this post and tell you that you're wrong, that Venom is not in Spider-Man No Way Home, and I fucking pray he's not.
How much money you bet?
$100.
Okay.
You said Feige's against it. Has he like vocally?
If Feige has not vocally confirmed it, you can pretty much guarantee that he's not all for it, because Feige, it's his vision. He's the head honcho. Disney makes no decisions over him about what the creative process is. They'll fuck over their talent every day, which, by the way, going back to ScarJo, there's some rumors that Bob Iger made a phone call to Bob Chapek as the chairman of Disney and said, hey, straighten this shit out.
The Bobs had to figure it out.
The Bobs had to figure it out.
Leave it to Bob Iger.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Because, you know, Bob Iger hired everyone and everyone loved when he was CEO. And now
Everyone
Bob
loves
Chapek
Bob
has
Iger.
been there for a year, and everyone's like, what the fuck? Disney's on fire all the time.
He's ruining the Bob
To be
brand.
fair, when everything was happening with Black Widow, that was Iger era, right?
No, no, that was all Chapek.
Iger quit right
before the
pandemic.
pandemic.
It was like February before
the
the
movie-
pandemic.
But he's also
movie
the
was already
chairman.
made at that point, right?
Yeah,
It was made,
right?
yeah,
but
but-
Chapek was the one who decided to violate her contract, which also, by the way, Disney had to pay her an additional $20 million. Had they?
Oh, no. What are they gonna do?
Had they not just paid her to put it on Disney Plus, it would have cost them $20 million less. You know what I mean? Also, they didn't want all that shit out in the press. Either way, though, Venom: Let There Be Carnage. Bullshit. I'm not buying what Sony's selling me right now, but I will go see the third one.
How much did it make?
It made $95 million on the first weekend domestically. It hasn't gone to other countries
I
yet.
don't understand how that's possible.
Because the Venom heads, bro.
Who
They
are the
don't
Venom
care.
heads?
They're the
there are
fucking guys.
$95 million worth of Venom
You
heads.
don't
That's
know who the Venom heads are.
This feels like
one in every 6 people is a Venom head.
Chris,
You get the fuck out of
those
here.
people. Yeah, the Venom heads are crisis actors. They're just they're just filling seats. They're fucking.
Yeah, so it was bullshit.
There was one joke that I wanted to make. I've been waiting to make this joke.
All right, Pat, slide your mic over there.
I've been waiting to make this joke. I think it should be changed to Let There Be Garbage.
Shit! Can we get an image of Woody Harrelson's hair?
God damn.
They fixed his hair for the movie. For the actual movie, yeah.
Oh,
He has a different wig on.
Yeah, he doesn't have. He no longer has like the crazy fro
yeah,
thing.
Yeah. Also, the original title was supposed to be Venom Love Will Tear Us Apart. It's really not a joke.
There
It's-
was straight up silent. Like I did not have a
I
reaction.
don't know how to respond to that.
I'm actually numb to that now.
Yeah.
So, if you guys you want to move on to fuck Venom. Anyway, Comic-Con 2021. Woo!
All right.
So,
Pat went.
me.
Liz went.
So basically, a month ago, my buddy, who John Skylark, which by the way, people ask me, why do you do community theater? Why waste your time? This is why. I
This is
did.
why I waste my time.
This is why I waste my
The
time.
first rehearsal I had for the wedding singer, I met John. Immediately we were friends because we were just cracking the same jokes. You know, we like the same stuff. Either way,
Both very offensive.
both either
Huge Adam Sandler heads.
either way, he posted on Facebook, "Hey, I have extra tickets to Comic-Con on Sunday. Would anyone like to come?" A bunch of people hit him up, and he was like, I had one person hit me up who wasn't vaccinated. I had another person hit me up. And then he was like, and the reason why I chose you is because I know you'll appreciate this. So I was like, how much do I owe you for the ticket? And he just goes, bro, don't worry about it. It's already paid for. So I was like, are you sure? And he goes, yeah, I can get Liz a badge too.
Yo.
Oh, he'll be asking for his payment soon enough.
So
He's like, so when are you getting rid of Mike?
so
Looks like
my
you,
new thumb.
looks like you can fit another chair on that table.
So we went, and it was a fucking blast. Just New York in general. Liz and I went on Saturday night to. We stayed at the Yotel, near about 5 minutes from the
So
Javits Center.
fucking funny that you
It
stayed
was
there.
like a fucking cruise ship cabin. As a matter of fact, when I first laid on the bed, my legs hung off the front because I didn't realize that you can prop up the bed. So you know, and then I lowered
Was it
it
like
down.
a Murphy bed kind of
Kind of, yeah. And then the shower and bathroom were literally next to my head. That
Yeah.
type of thing.
Almost like a New York apartment, basically.
Well, it's
Yeah.
the whole thing is it's a Japanese hotel.
Yes.
It's a Japanese style hotel where everything is very like consolidated, super tiny.
minimalist kind of.
Yeah, like just how it would be in Japan because they have also no
okay.
space.
But
Okay.
one thing I do want to note is that
Tokyo mainly.
we got there, we checked in, we went and had dinner, and then we decided to buy tickets to Drunk Shakespeare. So what happened was we actually got goaded into it by like the concierge, and they were like, "It's only $50 a ticket." I'm like, and they were like, "If you buy the $50 tickets, we'll upgrade you to the $100 tickets. We'll put you stage side." Now we didn't see the theater, so I had no idea what that
What
entailed.
does stage side mean?
2 inches more. so
Charge an extra $50 for that?
so yeah, pretty much.
I'd pay an extra $50 for 2 inches.
Either way, listen.
I'm sorry. I couldn't.
There we go.
So
Fuck me.
With those
With
2
your
inches?
2 inches.
from the ground. Anyway, so all that being said, we go in, we watch the show. Phenomenal show. But I can't recommend it enough to anyone who's interested in going. It was, the actors were absolutely phenomenal. Shout out to Michelle, who is actually going to watch this. And then I said I clipped this out for them. And what's it called? Because they were great. They were legitimately great. She was pissed drunk. She was 9 shots deep and held it like a college
Shakespearean
scene.
actor.
Yeah.
Are they doing shots during the show? Like as
During,
the show is
before,
so like is there like some sort of
But not
thing?
after.
not after.
Is there some sort of prompt that like they all of a sudden start taking shots? Like is it like you say a line and then they just start ripping a
No,
shot
it
to
was
it?
it was I can't remember what the actual stipulation was, but it just seemed like they were taking shots pretty frequently.
Take a drink every time someone says thou.
Thou, thy.
Thine.
We you got to order drinks beforehand, like you check them off on a little list, and then like in act 1 they bring you stuff, act 2 they bring it was just like there was this the host or whatever, right? He did impressions of Bernie Sanders, Donald Trump, he did Obama. He did a grab him by the pussy joke, which was incredibly well received.
Were they Shakespearean or was it just
Well,
modern?
it was like we're doing Shakespeare, but we're also improvising along the way because we're pissed drunk. So there was one part where the lead actress is wearing a red jumpsuit, which is, very, very constricting. She had to pee. So at one point she comes back on stage and she's wearing a gray t-shirt and the jumpsuit is like kind of hanging down. And the actor stops the show and goes, "Are you wearing my shirt?" And everyone's like, he's like, "No, but seriously, are you wearing my shirt? Like, not my costume." Like, she goes, "Yeah." They go, "Why?" She goes, "Because I had to pee and like I couldn't." Either way, she leaves to do another scene. She comes back and she has the curtain wrapped around her. And she goes, "Listen, I had to pee and I didn't have time to put my jumpsuit back on," and throws it on stage. And then she goes, give me your pants. So the whole audience is now chanting, take off your pants, take off your pants. He takes off his pants, gives it to her. She basically has his whole outfit on at one point, and he's running around with just an open button shirt and just his boxers. One of the actresses mooned us.
Right now, Michelle said hi.
Oh, she did?
Michelle,
What up?
Hey, Michelle.
Was that your Obama impression?
Michelle.
But yeah, anyway, listen, no, they were fucking great. And I texted him immediately and I was like, you got to fucking come to this show because it's unbelievable how good they were.
So
Maybe.
do they
We'll get
do
you
it?
stage side tickets.
Do they do it like weekly?
I'll pay the
do you know?
$50.
I'm not entirely sure what the schedule was. That night there was a 6, 8, and 10 o'clock show. And
Holy
all
shit.
of them are different because they're improv. And
They get
they're
drunk
getting
every
shit.
time?
I believe there's only one true drunk actor, and she was the drunk actor that night. Like I'm sure the other ones were a little tipsy.
Flip it up.
But I mean, like I saw that motherfucker take 3 shots
Take
to start
30
the
shots.
show.
That's between 6, 8, and 10 o'clock.
Like there was this one fucking, she called him the chatty Captain America. This guy came in dressed in like Negan from Assassin's Creed, and I realized what I said there. He had the bat, he had the Infinity Gauntlet, and he had a Captain America shield, and he was being so fucking obnoxious.
Really?
One time,
while he's wearing all that.
one time
shocker.
he had his phone out, and she just goes, "Oh, are we boring you?" And you just see him like immediately, like a child, like
I love that shit.
Yeah, put him in his place immediately. I was like, this guy's the only guy ruining this for me right now. Everybody's having a great time, and
That beat him up in an alley.
I will say this: I got pulled
With
up.
his own
I'll see you
shield.
outside the yotel.
They were
in the yally.
they were doing a joke about threesomes, right? And they pulled me up on stage, and they made me hold a veiny triumphant bastard, a big dildo. There's actually a Polaroid of it that they
Hold
took.
2 inches.
Yeah, all 2 inches. Made me hold it up above my head and shake it. And then when I lifted my arm up, my sleeve rolled up, so they saw my tattoo. And they showed it to the audience.
We got one.
Yeah, we got another Comic-Con nerd. He's here. Yeah, like it was, like I said, just a good time all around. And it's just that testament that you don't need to go to Broadway to see great live theater, because this legitimately was great live theater.
I have a good segue.
Okay, what's next?
Here it is. So this weekend, I was at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair, and one of my all-time favorite acts from the first time that I went 2 or 3 years ago, this guy named Arthur Greenleaf Holmes, and he just does the dirtiest, vilest poetry you could ever imagine, but it's all Shakespearean, and it's like fucking hilarious. So we went and saw him again. And he has an off-Broadway show now, and he's working with Alanis Morissette's production company.
Oh, nice.
So you could go see him too, but it was great because I remembered him from the previous time that I went, and we ran into another cast member, and we're looking and we're talking to this cast member, and we're like, 5 o'clock, we're gonna go see Arthur. Arthur's show is great. I'm like, yeah, he's an old favorite, and she's like, oh, well, I'll tell him you called him old.
Yeah.
She disappears, and then I look out the window, and here comes Arthur Greenleaf Holmes, and he just fucking tears me apart. He's like, oh, you're the 30-year-old, huh? Like, just digs into
Nice,
me.
nice.
And gave us like a
That's
little
great.
private reading of some of his poems, and it was fantastic. So I couldn't recommend him any more.
That's great.
One of the actors, I can't remember all of their names. I'm sorry, I'm blanking. But they were doing this joke with air fresheners, and one of them came right up to me and goes, "Ooh, look, it's like a tampon," and rubs it between his legs and he looks at Liz and goes, "I don't know how it works. However, I do know when I put it in water, it puffs up. They're fun bath toys, and they're hiding them from us." And just walks away.
Some real Alex Jones energy.
He did a
These
joke.
things are better than rubber
He
ducks.
I
also
love
did
the
a joke
insanity
where
of
he
that.
was playing the ghost of one of the people they murdered in Macbeth. And you know that Homer Simpson joke, "Ooh, wear a jacket." Like, so he comes out dressed as a ghost, like in a white sheet, and then he pulls it up to a point and goes, "Look, I'm the Texas state legislature." like no holds barred.
love
They
it.
were fucking great. There was one they
They
pointed
were
out
they were
some-
in good company.
yeah, they pointed out this one dude who was old, and he goes, "Discount Joe Biden over here."
Joe Biden.
Great. It's like I said, great improvisational comedy. Can't recommend it enough. Go see that shit. I'll go again.
Yeah.
I won't pay for the. I won't. Pay
I was gonna say, do you want the extra $50 or?
if they upgrade me again, sure.
I will quickly just plug then one other great improv show to go check out. I can't remember the name of the
Whose
restaurant.
line is
but
it
is.
anyway?
Well, so basically it's called Batsu. And it's in, I can't remember what part of the city it's in, but it's in the basement of a sushi restaurant.
Are you talking to her right now?
I think on the Lower East Side, yeah. And so basically these guys do improv very much like Whose Line Is It Anyway, but whoever the loser of the show is gets tortured. And they get tortured by getting shot with like paintball guns and stuff like that. And they're also drinking throughout the show. But when they do it, sometimes there'll be like
in the East Village.
It's in the East Village?
And
Okay.
they're temporarily closed.
Well, it's not surprising.
COVID.
But
COVID.
yeah. But I mean, either or, highly recommend it. Because then they also had like a Juilliard trained like ballerina come and make them do ballet in like tutus and everything. And she's screaming at him. She was like, I said Piru fucking wet. What is it?
That reminds me of Do you remember Silent Library? Do you remember that show at all?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
The last
Silent
episode
Library?
I've seen
No, I don't
about
remember that.
last episode I've seen that All Time Low was on it.
Really?
Yeah, all
So-
their members and their tour managers.
It was like
in
a
the next era,
yeah.
Yeah.
It was like it was on MTV.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's basically like they're in a library and they have a noise meter, and like they have to do like tasks that make you either like shout or like are funny or shit like that. And if your noise meter goes above a certain point,
You lose money.
You lose.
You don't win the
If
money
your
for the
parabolic
challenge.
microphone
But,
picks
like-
up a noise louder than 25 dB.
But it was really funny.
To
Like
be fair, what's hilarious about that show, like the one I always go back to is All Time Low because that's the one I remember the most. Is that like when it's a group of strangers, they actually work together and get it done. But when it's them and their best friends, they were cracking up at every fucking thing that happened, and that makes it so much funnier. That show,
yeah.
I love it though. All right,
I love it.
Comic-Con.
So actually, Comic-Con.
So
So
MTV.
I went to Comic-Con on Sunday. Today. Seems so long ago. It was awesome, but it really, New York Comic-Con is not really like, here's all these awesome premieres. It's more or less like, here's all this shit that you can't buy online and we only sell it here. So I bought some shit and I'm going to show you what I bought. All right, so I
Like
got
Christmas.
this fancy DC bag.
You get us anything?
Of course
Fuck
not.
no.
I didn't see you pay for any of it.
I gave you fame.
I gave you 2 inches.
Ditches.
Yeah, that came out pretty quick.
Right off the top, Liz got this Loki-Mon.
Loki-Mon.
Anyone? There you go.
I love it.
That's
so
fun.
then I got these custom movie posters. So this one's for
I
1989
love that
Batman.
one.
I don't know if anyone see that. So then we actually here I'll just open it up and I'll show you the other two. The other two you're gonna fucking freak out over, Nick. I mean
Me
it.
personally?
Yeah, you're gonna be like, oh fuck.
So if you don't
Signed
freak
Back
out-
to the Future posters that I'm going to burn on
So
the
we got this.
stuck on the back.
Fuck.
Don't rip it. Don't rip it.
This is great TV.
no.
Yes, it is. You got this Indiana Jones one for Liz's mom.
With the swastika.
Like I said, these are
very
tastefully
taken
covered.
out, tastefully covered swastika.
These are custom drawn. Like this guy draws this and then prints only like 100 of them and then sells them
word.
over the weekend.
That's cool.
So then there's not only that one. Please be careful. And then
Don't bring it near the fire.
and then we got this one right here. You know,
Also, V cool.
Ridge Tridge, the only good Star Wars really that's left around.
Clone Wars is pretty good.
So just be careful, like, try not to crease it if you guys want to take a closer
are
look at
awesome,
it.
dude.
Yeah, we're gonna get these framed this week.
Was that?
The Clone Wars TV show.
Oh, the TV show. I thought you
actually
were talking
haven't
about
watched
the,
that
I thought you were talking about the movie.
Attack of the Clones.
no,
Shit
no,
sucks.
Clone Wars, the
Clone
TV
Wars,
show.
the TV show. Oh, that was good. I thought you were
Liz
talking about
got some
Attack of the
Studio
Clones.
Ghibli prints.
Be like, dear Lord,
Oh wait, I want to
man.
see those.
It's really just this one right here.
Oh, you got a Kiki's one.
Oh, and then there's
That's cool.
Yeah,
So
Howl's Moving
fun.
Castle.
and then I was trying to find some ones that, all right, so this one I actually got signed by the artists who drew them.
Dude, cool.
And now here's the thing, when you go to Comic-Con, there's 2 floors. There's a Spawn and a Superman print in there too that are really fucking cool. So like where is it?
Unboxing videos.
Pretty much. So there's Superman beating the shit out of Bizarro. And like I said, these are things. These guys were these guys were literally drawing these and then printing them there. like that type of shit.
Wait, really?
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah,
They're here already.
There's like 10 fucking people in line.
and then I got this one for Spawn. I thought this one was fucking dope too.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
And like
That's
I said,
really
they're
cool.
signed. I saw the artist
Val
sign them
Kilmer?
themselves. Yeah, it's Val. That's what I thought too.
It looks like Val.
Either
Kilmer.
way, though, every single one of these artists I talked to, every single one of these actors I talked to, I told them that we were covering Comic-Con and just New York in general, like what we were doing. And they're interested in coming on and talking about what they do and what they draw. And
This
Definitely bring these
yeah,
artists.
this is V. Ken Marion.
yeah, he's got an
That's
Instagram.
the artist. He did
I'll
the
put a
pencils
link
colored
on
by
the
Juan
Instagram.
Fernandez.
For sure.
I don't know who the fuck Spawn is, but that's cool as hell.
You know Spawn?
Oh,
Jamie
yeah.
Foxx is going to be Spawn.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Todd McFarlane's supposedly directing. Can we put those two back in the
Yeah, I'll
sleeve
do that
if we
for
don't
you.
mind? Thanks.
I'm not done looking at confused Harrison Ford.
Why is he so confused?
I would be.
And also, that Harrison Ford is only half
So
smiling.
these I spent
Looks
the
like
most
Joe.
money on. Like
Shit.
these I spent the most money on probably while I was there, but these are fucking worth it. This guy draws them by hand and then models them like with 3D afterwards.
Did you model?
So I got this Venom one. It's really nice.
just like the V heads.
The V heads. All right, I'm a Venom head. It's me. All right, and then and then I got this Carnage one,
Let there be garbage.
which is let there be garbage.
Oh, he's veiny.
Yeah, he's a veiny, triumphant bastard. Which is nice. And then, dude, he had so many of these. I didn't know which one to pick because they were all so good. Finally, I settled on this one though.
Ooh.
That is fucking killer.
That's
Like, look
really
at the
cool.
light and the shadows and everything. And I
That's
really love
cool.
the water dripping
you know
off
what we
of
should
it.
have done? We should have taken shots of these and just put them up on the screen.
Yeah,
That would have been.
but I didn't have time.
That's thinking ahead.
We had a lot of time.
You asked too much, Nick.
That
And we
is
have a
thinking-
photographer. We could have gotten real pictures.
Are these not real pictures?
Pictures?
Is this not a real picture?
Are
of
you not entertained in my pictures?
Here, Liz, you wanna take this and
Let's take them and lock them up.
Put them
Put them in the
Put that
security
away.
box.
and then
put it in the top-
so I'll show you some statues that I got.
Statues?
Yeah, we'll start with Spider-Man. So this one
Vanna White
apparently
here tonight. Thanks.
is a broken piece, right?
Ooh.
So it was originally $50 and they had it listed for $40 because they said it was a broken piece. I looked at it. I didn't see anything that was broken on it. And
What did they say was broken?
well, I'll show you.
Oh, he's in backwards. That's why he's.
Well, because,
oh, God.
because they had it out on display and then
They were
gave me
trying
the-
to jam it
yeah,
in.
and then they gave me the box to put it in. But
Oh, cool.
basically, so let's just get that out.
Don't break them.
Check that shit out.
You got web shooters?
Oh, so he's dukeying web shooters. That's what it is.
So like this was the broken piece.
His
Yeah.
dick came off. That's jizz.
So this is like the broken piece, so to speak.
Oh, okay.
But it was already out.
Well, how is this part not broken? It looks like he's shitting webs.
Well-
What is going on?
I don't know, dude. The fuck?
Where is this web originating from?
Dude, look at those.
You
look
don't
at his
ask.
back had the detail.
Oh my god,
So
dude! Every day is back day.
Dude, he looks like Thunder Down Under. Am I right?
goddamn right.
so this one was
Oh,
I
this is
ended-
where it is.
It was $40. It was $40, and I he's like, yeah, he's like, it's broken, you know.
Look at
I'll
the
sell it
ass
to you.
crack
He's like,
detail.
it's listed at 40, and I just looked at him and I go, I'll take it for 30 right now. And he's like, done. So I got
I feel like this should just stay here permanently.
So-
Yeah, I'm cool with this. I could check out that ass all day. Look
I'm
at that.
gonna put a thing on it so you can't look at it.
Oh, you son
So-
of a
like a
bitch.
little
Liz,
mirror.
you wanna
so
hand
you
me,
get double,
Captain
and he gets
America?
none.
Double caked up.
Double caked up.
You got no
Caked
business
up.
being that double cheeked up on a
Every
Sunday
day
night.
is back day though. You right, my
So
guy.
then-
Yeah, look at that.
I was searching for a statue of Captain America, and I really didn't find any that I like loved and that weren't $500. So then I came across this one, and this one was only $50. However, when
Talked him down to 20.
I picked this one off the shelf,
Sucked him down
and
to
I
20.
went like this to my friend John, and he too had
He's
picked
also
one off.
taking a shit.
He too also picked this one off the shelf on
the
the
same
other
one?
side. And I was like, all right, well, I guess we're getting it. Turns out he didn't buy it. He put it back. And I was like, damn it, I thought we were buying these because we were getting the same ones.
he
like,
knew that you were getting yours.
so I
He'll
always
just
get
steal,
mine.
he's gonna steal yours later.
Nick, I always get mine. So, good or bad. So I didn't realize until after I purchased this that this is actually the model from the shitty Avengers game.
Thank you.
However,
I bet that sounds great.
so there you go. That's a $50 Captain America right there.
Gotcha.
It's cool. You know, I've always wanted like statues, not like action figures or shit. You know what I mean?
You have that shelf up above the computer inside?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's not Chris.
No.
That's,
Which is what I wanted to avoid. I don't want the actors' faces on my shit. Where's the big one? So this one, we were looking for a Batman statue, and mind you,
Damn,
this
look at
is
his
on
neck too. Jesus Christ.
This is dude, look at those fucking obliques, all right?
yeah. And the
And
quads.
dude, look at this.
I wish we had like
fucking
a.
lats,
I wish I
bro.
could zoom.
Look at his lats.
Pat, I'm gonna need to take this home with me.
I need this from
I need to borrow this.
We're gonna fix the broken piece.
Yeah, I'll fix it for you.
I'll glue it with my own special recipe.
I have glue.
So-
Okay.
This one, I was looking for a Batman statue, and there was a lot of black and white ones. There's a lot of variants, but I like 70s Silver Age Batman. That's kind of like my favorite, like classical Batman look. This one was on a shelf, like all the way up there, and I was like, "Can I see that one?" He brings it out, and as soon as he opened the box, I looked at Liz, and I was like, "I'm gonna buy this." This
The way
cost
the paper's coming off,
I'm
looks
gonna
like,
buy it.
It looks like it's made to be a prop box
Well,
of
yeah,
a
it does,
Batman doll.
So here's the deal. This WB does not have the Warner Brothers Studios store anymore. So this thing is not made anymore. And that's why I wanted to pick it up too, because this is at this point in time a one of a kind. Like there's not many of these left. And I got it for $120. So, and considering the other statue I was looking at was more of like animated series, like gray suit type of thing. Oh, and there was a Ben Affleck one, but once again, I don't want the actor's
No one
faces.
wants
No
that.
one wants
And
that.
he is wide.
So I will
Talk about wide. Also, you can't see his dick. Very
so
upsetting.
Is it worth it? So it's a big motherfucker. This one. So
Are we taking this out?
yeah, let's take it out.
Damn, we're
So-
opening
Oh
the
no,
box.
the styrofoam.
Be very careful.
Oh no. Oh, I love that sound.
I actually don't have a problem with that sound.
It's to me, it's the worst.
Yeah, well,
My
you're a
God.
fucking
Was
demon.
this box in the rain? Jesus.
I'm sure it survived a flood.
Just like we did.
Oh yeah, this is a meaty, triumphant bastard. I've said that a lot tonight.
You want to talk about obliques?
Stronger than the storm.
Good God.
This one's heavy as fuck.
Have you seen it out of the box?
Yeah, he took it out of the box for me when I saw it, and that's why I don't have a problem opening these because they're already out. Kind of like me. Anyway, so
This dude is big.
yeah. So like I said, I like the 70s style Silver Age. It's got the yellow black bat symbol. It's got the blue cape and cowl and the gray costume.
Got the cum gutters.
Got the cum gutters.
Damn, those are some deep cum gutters too.
So also no underwear on the outside, notably enough, which was not common for the time that this particular Batman was
That was
made.
a big underwear era.
Yeah. In the 70s, everyone's like underwear on the outside.
Briefs.
I feel like the 70s was no underwear,
That'd be the summer of 67.
For everybody but superheroes.
but superheroes.
Get it?
But
Anyway, so this was my haul of Comic-Con, and all of this is probably about $400.
I was gonna say, yeah, you dropped like
But also, it's one of those things.
drop
My
bills.
first time going, it was the last day, so they're slashing prices on everything, and you can't get this shit on. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I can't go on eBay and find any number.
you
of
can't get
these.
this.
You
for
can't get
triple
this
what it's
straight-
asked for. yeah.
Exactly.
You
And-
can't go to the Disney store at the mall.
And here's
but
the thing:
you'll
I have,
always have the memories.
I have the packaging, and like in 10 years, this Batman is not going to be worth 120. It's going to be worth over 1,000. I don't know about this fucking guy. I think I'm losing money on this. And this one, like once again, also another one of a kind.
that one,
statue.
if you sell, that's criminal because of that ass.
A dump truck ass.
Yo, double cheeked up.
So yeah, like I said,
It was a good haul.
Yeah, it was a good haul. I appreciate it. I think I unfortunately did not get the time to pull them out of Discord, so I can just pull up the Discord real quick and I can go through some images that I actually have from Comic-Con real
nice.
quick.
Oh, nice.
So Let's
Put a
see.
lot in here.
Yeah, dude. The one guy dressed as Red Hood was oh yeah. So this was my stupid. The first Scream trip. The first Scream.
Very funny.
The first Scream poster
Make
came out. And
make
somebody
Discord
made
bigger.
this.
Yeah. Make that window big.
Let's see.
Blow it
Yeah,
up.
but it doesn't make the actual images bigger, so it doesn't matter.
Click on him.
So this is Batman.
Yep.
I know his jawline.
So, like-
looks like
that's cool.
Kevin Conroy.
Right. So do you know where this is?
Friend of the show.
Friend
Yeah,
of the
that's
show.
killing Cell.
Yes.
Yeah, that's him
exactly.
killing
This
Cell.
is killing Cell.
And
yeah.
Goku is dead.
He is
right
dead.
there, yeah.
Ginyu Force.
Oh, the Ginyu Force.
Then we have. I don't know who this guy is. This is from Dragon Ball Super. I think
that's
is the new show.
What's his name?
some lame
I
shit.
didn't watch this.
Good Will Hunting.
Yes.
So
yeah.
this that you're looking at right now is actually what's called the mystery boxes, and Liz and I are going to do an unboxing video.
Ooh.
So they're $50, and you buy one, and it's based around either like any property. They had fucking Call of Duty, The Sims, Mega Man, Superman, Captain America, Spider-Man, Pokemon, anything. Right? You buy $50. You don't know what's in it, but you get a lot of cool shit like a shirt, a figure.
Yeah, I was gonna ask
stuff
if it
like that. So then I think I got. Oh yeah, this was their website, Stylin Online, Stylinbox Online, StylinOnline.com.
Future
Shit.
sponsor.
More
of
like
the show.
Stylin' and Wildin'.
This guy was dressed as Red Hood and put his gun in my face when I asked to take it. There wasn't a lot of "Can I take a picture with you?" It's "Can I take a picture of you?"
Yeah,
That type
no,
of thing.
because they're the star of their own show.
Yeah. This guy was dressed as Spider-Man Noir.
Nice.
He
Nick Cage,
also did the
friend-
Nick Cage quotes. The giant fucking
Vegeta monkey.
Yeah, Vegeta monkey dude. The actual dragon from Dragon Ball. Then this fucking Mr. Freeze cosplay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude, the
That's
lights.
awesome.
Do you really?
What's his name?
What's his name?
Give her his.
Name, but
We'll put a link.
on Instagram.
Yeah,
We'll put a link.
we'll tag him. We'll tag him. But like, here was the opening, like the Javits Center. Like, here's the one. Welcome to the one and only Comic Con. The whole place was Comic Con'd out. There was actually this one dude arguing with a receptionist. It was fucked up. Oh, this is the guys who did my print.
Right. Vken.
Shout out to Vken.
Marion.
This guy I talked to.
Pat, he doesn't have a head. You didn't talk to
That
anybody.
looks like
This-
movie quality. Like
This guy
prop.
makes replica props just for fun.
I want to know if that shield has like a weight to it.
It totally does.
I hope it does.
He's got some girth.
So this was like the first Spider-Man pre-auction. That's $30,000 right there.
That's so cool.
I think that's not the first
that
one, but it's
Vulture?
one of the
One of
first.
those with Vulture,
I
yeah.
told you guys my Charizard story, the holographic Charizard story, right? About my brother crying his eyes out when I got it on his birthday because I bought a $5 pack and he got like 100 Pokemon cards and I got 5 and one of them
That's
was
really cheap. They're
Yeah.
usually like $300,000.
Yeah, this is pre-auction.
I know.
I got one of them. Not first
for Liz,
edition, but
Jack
I got
and
one.
Sally. Jack and Sally was there.
Jack and Sally, friend of the show.
This is the gaming spot. By the way, that guy right here. Shout out to Nate Caldwell. He's from Fluid Gaming. They're like a small, PC gaming company, right?
Do they build PCs or
They built, pre-builds.
Are they liquid cooled?
I think some of them were, but you can get different fabrications if you want. Either way, though, he what's it called? He was like, he gave me his contact info. I gave him mine. He was like, I would love to talk about what we do on your show.
Come on the show.
So get us RTX cards. I almost lost my shit to this giant statue of Godzilla.
Shitting itself.
Statue of Danny being mad about a video game.
Like, dude, this thing
Mad
was
about
like
the crouch
16 feet tall. It was fucking huge.
Really?
Yeah.
Wild.
Well, then how tall is that person
that lady
right there?
Is usually
It's
10 feet tall. Jesus Christ.
It's all perspective, gents.
That's probably like maybe like 10.
So then there's this giant Gundam.
That thing's 80 feet tall, by the way.
The actual the giant apes and shit were huge too. This one,
That
this,
actually looks big.
okay. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that you were the fucking judge on what's big and what's not. Anyway,
That's
Bro.
big, all right.
That's
who's this
big.
guy? Oh, this guy's Mandalorian.
He's only 4 feet
was
tall.
sick. However, his girlfriend, I don't know who she was from Star Wars, but she was barely wearing any clothes.
It was like
One
a
of the
Twi'lek or
Twi'leks.
something.
Yeah.
This amazing oil painting
That's cool.
of Empire.
That's really well done.
I'm disappointed you didn't get that.
Well, that one was like $500.
I was going to say that's probably.
Worth it.
a sealed in copy.
Yo,
Mario 64.
nice.
What's this one? Oh yeah. So there's these cool set. These ones are like thousands of dollars, dude. So much Godzilla love at this place. Look at this giant Godzilla versus Space Godzilla display.
That's surprising how much Godzilla stuff
Well, look at
there
this,
is.
dude. Look, they have busts of its head from 2001.
Oh, Matthew Broderick.
No, that's 1998. They had a print of that I almost picked up, and I was like, I know it's a good one.
Not Godzilla, Matthew Broderick.
Matthew Broderick.
Terrorizing a city.
and then
as the gadget.
and then this is one from 2016. Shin Godzilla. So they have like new and old, and then like here's just the entrance. Like this is one side of the show floor, and this is the other, which is weird because it's like blocked off by this weird kiosk thing.
Hey, pretzels. I'm about it.
But yeah, it was.
We haven't talked about the food.
I've had the
once.
Javits Center pretzels.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're
Did I
not
tell you
good.
guys I worked at the Javits Center one time?
Really?
I worked a dog show at the Javits Center selling
Ooh.
books.
You guys want books?
The most random gig I've ever had in my life.
Books about cats.
No, dogs, if you can believe it.
shit.
It was like a guide to different types of dogs, and we had a competition to see who could sell the most books. You get a bonus, and then one of the people who was working with us just stood at the escalator and knocked us all out of the park.
Damn. It's
I'm
location,
like schmuck walking
location,
around. Like,
location.
you want this book?
It's all about location.
Either way though, Comic-Con was great. I'm a little disappointed because this one is really just buy all this shit. There was a What We Do in the Shadows panel today, but I was fucking I couldn't. Hayden Christensen was there today doing autographs. David Arbor was there today. John Cena was there Friday and Saturday. And like I said, it's really after all of that, it's just here's shopping.
Did you say David Harbour?
Yeah.
For what was he promoting? Was it like Stranger
Himself?
Things, the new season or something?
I don't
Or he's
know.
just like, hey, I'm David Harbour.
I'm here.
So there's I almost
You like
bought,
Hellboy?
I almost bought a Wolverine statue too. Wolverine's the only thing I feel like I need to add to this collection right here.
I feel like you should get one about this size. I like that'd be awesome.
For Wolverine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean like obviously like if I find a deal on like Iron Man or like, but like we saw this one statue that was straight up like the Hulk fighting like a bunch of Ultron bots, and it was as big as this table, and it was $5,000.
Yo.
And like
a
one dude
diorama,
walked
like-
up and was like,
It's in a shoebox.
I would like to buy that, and they go, well, we're not selling that here, but fill out this form and write us a check, and we'll ship it to your house.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully it gets there in one
Give me a
piece.
blank
So,
check.
yeah.
And
I want to get
Goddamn.
what was the guy's name? Terrence Boner, the guy Ralph Boner. I want to get a
Ralph
Ralph
Boner.
Boner statuette.
I'm sure they're out there.
I was gonna say you'll find them. You look hard enough.
Well, you found them anyway. But yeah, Comic-Con 2021, New York Comic-Con 2021. It's cool. It's just I know that now when I go back next year, because I'm fan verified, so when tickets come out, I can buy them first. So if you guys want to go,
There you go.
Let's go
He's
to
got the
San
check mark.
Diego.
well, San Diego is a whole other beast in and of itself, and I've tried to get tickets like 4 years in a row, and it's just impossible. They sell the tickets to the people who bought them the year before first,
And they sell those out.
and then the crumbs that are left over, you might be able to get. The
You gotta
reason
fight for 'em.
The reason why I was able to get into this one is because John had the hookup already by going for like 4 years in a row. So now I'm fan
What's the
verified.
logic behind that?
It's to keep the business. You
Yeah.
know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but-
You have a
and
built
then have no new business.
You have
Yeah,
a
really.
built-in
Doesn't matter.
audience. You know what I mean? Dude, I saw fucking people dressed up as Black Widow and Yelena. That movie came out 2 months ago, 3 months ago. You know what I mean? These are diehard fans who come, like, there's people who go to not just New York and San Diego. They go to the shit in the Midwest. They go to the stuff in Massachusetts. They go to the stuff down in Florida. People fly all over for these fucking
That's what I'm
things.
thinking. Like you'd want people who aren't spending their money everywhere at every other event.
That's what they do.
These are the whales.
Yeah.
though. These are the people that are just spending
These are the
money.
They
cash
had
cows.
a giant Dragon Ball Z section, right? Like I was showing you guys pictures of. They had a Budokai tournament, and fucking when people were like doing combos and shit, you hear people like
I'd
going
be one of those
crazy.
people. I would be one of those people watching a
let's
Budokai
go!
event.
Like that
hands
type of
down.
shit. I don't know if it was Budokai, but that's the one I just referenced. Anyway, though, good time. Jess, you've been before, right?
Yes. Yeah, I've been there. I didn't go this year.
You went to New York
But,
for?
yeah. The first time I went was like 2012, and I haven't been every year since then, but I've gone a lot of years, and it's mostly like to cosplay.
I was about to say the big question is,
What do you
who
dress
do you
up
dress
as?
up as?
Well, the first time I ever went, that was the first time I actually ever cosplayed. I just like decided to do it for fun.
And you fell in love.
You gotta justify it, Chris.
So
Look at the table.
Look
Yeah,
what I'm
Nick
wearing
is in a
right now.
fucking robe from a Renaissance fair.
$100 on this shit.
yeah.
That's my car payment. Like,
I'm gonna lose my car.
So the first time I kind of like made some kind of version of Loki out of like just random stuff and like it was really cool. My friend helped me like build armor for it, like out of actually there were shoulder pads that were made out of Batman masks. And we,
Oh, that's
cut it so
smart.
the points were like that, and we sprayed it gold. It was really cool.
You just had a lot of Batman masks lying around.
From all the other
just got a couple-
cosplays.
You don't?
Yeah.
You don't?
No.
No, I meant have. Never mind.
I got you. I understood.
Yeah, so that was cool. So I do that when I go there, and then I.
What was your favorite cosplay that you've done?
Goodwill Hunting.
There's.
I grow my beard out for that one.
I like to do. I don't know. Do you guys know the DC Bombshells? Like,
No.
It's like a version. It's a whole comic book series. There's a version of it where it's like mostly the female characters, and it's in like 1930s.
Oh, cool.
And so it's like all the guys are off fighting the war, so
Oh,
women are
sick.
holding it down at
sick.
home. So I've done a few different characters. I've done Bombshell Wonder Woman, Bombshell Batwoman.
That's really fucking cool.
Yeah, they're really cool. And sometimes like the guy that does like the art for it, like he was there one year, so like we got to meet him and like take pictures with him. It was really cool. Because it all started from like his art.
now,
It's really cool.
now you've been to D23, right?
Yeah.
You were Gamora, right?
Yeah, that was another thing. That was
We're gonna need those
That was
pictures.
fun.
We're gonna need them posted on the Instagram account.
Do like a throwback Thursday or something.
She's like, no, thank you.
Oh, we'll get them.
No thanks, Mom. No thanks.
We will get them.
We will get them.
You cannot hide from
But yeah, all right. Let's wrap this shit up, boys.
I bought this robe at the Renaissance Fair. Also, for those of you out there,
How much did it cost?
110.
God damn.
No, it's good quality.
Yeah.
It's good
Feel
stitches.
it?
nice.
Feel it.
That's
I told
stitching.
you, there's people coming up to me like, "Can I touch that?"
And you almost
People
ran
like,
off.
just like completely just rolling.
But the one thing I want to say about the Renaissance Fair, why were there furries? Why are there people wearing their? That's a sexual thing. Why are you wearing your sex outfit in a public place? That's weird to me.
Please don't invoke the rack of the furries.
Oh yeah, all of our furry audience. That's, I mean, like, it's like if you were to walk around with like sex toys, people would be like, "What are you doing?"
You don't understand.
I don't understand. Somebody explain to me.
I don't
Michelle,
understand either.
tell me what's going on.
Let's go with the furries.
What's going on with the furries?
Nick,
So-
we can attack the U.S. government and we can attack Facebook, but we will not attack
Not
the
the
furries.
furries.
We can't.
They have
we can't
the money.
Take on that
They
wrath.
have the money. You think those costumes are cheap?
No, they were. I
again,
can see.
bitches.
They were expensive. They had articulated jaws and everything.
Do furries know that people
They're
who are
weird.
non-furries don't like them?
We
They
here at
have
Press
to.
and Key fully support you and your furry endeavors.
Whatever
Whatever.
fetish you have.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. Just in public, just seems kind of strange to me.
It sounds
Or unless
like
you're like
it
a-
sounds
at a
like-
Renaissance
Yeah.
fair.
It
No,
sounds like
for
a
some-
really bad take on gay marriage
Yeah,
20
it
years
does.
ago.
I guess when you put it that way, it does.
For some
It's got that
reason,
all lives matter
Yeah.
vibe.
When you put it that way,
for some reason, it makes sense to me that they would be at a Renaissance fair. I don't understand why, but it just kind of.
it's Celtic
I could
weekend,
see-
and I see a big red wolf like walking around.
Like I could see the crossover in furries also liking Renaissance fairs,
Yeah.
but I
Kinda
don't
like all
know
D&D-ish
why would you,
kinda, you know?
Yeah, but why would you show up to a Renaissance fair? That's not period. Okay,
Yeah.
that's not period.
They had red
period
robes
appropriate.
in there.
I guess.
So
What if King Henry VIII was
Was a furry.
It was a lion.
He
like
just,
in,
took
like,
a wolf pelt and put it over him. Pat, you look like you have something to say.
Looks like he's holding back.
I shall mate you like I would a wolf. What? Nothing.
Nothing.
nothing?
Anyway,
move on.
what if season 1?
Should we?
Nah, keep those bad boys.
The only thing I'm saying, and this is getting a little meta here, is Chris is here, and these aren't like the set is now not getting very pretty like
Fair enough, fair enough.
evergreen.
Vanna.
Oh, come on.
Now,
now.
come on.
Damn.
Wait, no, like maybe just the prince, and I'll,
We can put them right here.
Yeah.
Here.
No, no, no.
don't
not
put it,
down
put
there.
it over there.
I'm just protecting the mosquitoes.
The Miss Guidos.
And then put him deer.
The missed Guidos.
I'll take this one.
As long as my arms are loose.
There you go.
Great podcasting, everyone.
Yeah,
This is great
it.
radio.
Strike the set.
So, what if
What
season
if?
1? Now, honestly, you guys, it finished last week, right? Not this week.
Yeah.
Do you just want to go full tilt spoilers? Let's just
Yeah.
power through
Yeah.
it. I have
Buckle
some
up.
notes. I don't really have anything too specific. I don't want to go through this episode by episode.
No.
We can just jump around. But here's literally the 5 bullet points I have, which is Doctor Strange episode was okay. The zombies was genuinely good, which is weird because I heard a lot of people didn't like that one.
Really?
The Killmonger one was incredibly unfocused, and I it's not good when I can't figure out a plot that's not
That is
inherently
a
good.
30-minute plot.
Yeah. The Thor one was a fucking waste of time.
That was a waste of an episode.
The Ultron one was cool, but like the ending, I felt like the way they tried to tie the 2 episodes together, where like actually all these, it's not just what if side stories now. All these realities exist and they move through, and now they exist in the MCU as well. Like the multiverse is here, and it just felt like they tried to do an Avengers team up with characters I wasn't really that invested
In about 40 minutes.
Yes.
Well, that's literally what they did. They did the Guardians of the Multiverse.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did like that they had some massive overarching kind of story throughout all of the episodes, as opposed to it's just like, I'm the watcher, I'm your narrator, here's dropped, and then if that they were unrelated. I did like that they kind of like worked to
Tied 'em together.
tie them together in a way. I guess I like that better than if they would have just been like little things here and there, because there were a lot of like kind of shit episodes.
Yeah.
I mean, a bulk majority of it was
very
garbage.
hit and miss.
It
More
took
miss than hit.
literally
Yeah.
until like the 3rd or 4th episode for me to be like, oh, that's a good one, and then it was like 1 or 2 others that were good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, thoughts?
Pretty good.
Warm again on the Thor episode.
Uh-huh.
Among other things.
Uh-huh.
But I liked the implications moving forward because they can make shit. They can churn out a bunch of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is their vehicle to just start doing whatever the fuck
They
they want.
they plucked a bunch of stuff from this season to save for season 2 because they
A lot of cliffhangers.
yeah, exactly, because they don't want to waste all the good shit. Also, we've talked about it a little bit on the first time when we did the first 3 episodes. Luke Skywalker was supposed to make an appearance at one point, and Disney actually came and was like, we gave you the whole MCU. Figure that
Is
out
that not
first,
enough?
and then you can take Star Wars.
That's enough.
greedy
Don't-
little bitch.
Don't touch Star Wars.
I think what
I just
Mustafar cameo.
Oh,
Really?
you're right.
The
in
multi-dimensional punch.
Yes.
Oh,
was it Vader's castle?
Yes,
That's true.
There's
That's
that,
true.
but also, I mean, just side note.
Mustafar
Do you guys know that when I saw Infinity War with Joe, he was sitting next to me, and when Red Skull shows up, right? Joe was like, "Yo, Darth Maul, they're really fucking doing it. They're crossing over Star Wars and Marvel."
He was joking,
He-
right?
No,
he was genuinely excited.
And then he was literally like, "Yo," I was like, "What?" And he said like, "Who is that?" And I went, "You had months." And I just kept watching.
You
Disappointed
had
parent.
so much
you
opportunity.
had plenty of time.
That
But
was
even
so
I didn't
funny.
know who that was, but I was just like, I'm just not going to ask
So
questions.
my biggest complaint about this whole series is everything that Marvel does is handled with such care and thought.
It's precious.
Kevin
They're
Feige.
so
And
precious
this
about it.
was just like was slapdash, and clearly they just were like, whatever, like
What if?
What if?
That's kind of what I like about it. I like that they just. I like the idea that they're just going in and they're just like, who really gives a fuck?
Don't
Let's
get
just
me-
see what
don't
happens
get me
when
wrong.
these characters interact with these characters, and when this character actually wins, and when this one's just a dumbass.
I
piece of
thought
shit.
that's what it was
I
gonna be,
liked
too.
it.
I thought so,
I
too.
genuinely liked
But,
those. It wasn't
Danny,
very
I think
well
I think
done.
you're misunderstanding me. I think that the premise of do whatever stories are like, what stories that we want to tell that aren't going to make it into the actual sacred timeline of the MCU.
No, this is in the
But-
timeline.
But well, I mean, like
Yeah, I know,
you're not going to
not
get them
that.
as main, story.
It's not
plot points.
616
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
919.
Right,
That's the
right.
point.
But the fact that they didn't even care about like character motivations or like writing good dialogue or pacing of an episode, like
or the fact that they went from non-canonical storytelling to shift to canonical storytelling,
Yeah.
and they acted like the audience was just going to be
along
okay
for
with
the
that.
ride. But the thing, I don't know if you guys heard about this. I recently found out Mr. Sunday Movies was the episodes were supposed to be like 45 minutes to an hour, and then they crammed them all down to like
35
less.
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's one episode that's just missing. It's the one Tony Stark and Gamora that we're supposed to do like the Thor
where
Ragnarok.
Gamora-
Which
Yeah.
where
Story.
they just kind of jump in at the end of
and
their
yeah,
story, and
you're
it's
just
like, oh
supposed
no,
to, like,
we just take them.
just be like okay with the fact that it's like this whole entire chapter is missing, and it's like
Wait.
Remember when the Watcher is like getting everybody
You've
and
been
hits
chosen.
Gamora?
Uh-huh.
She's with Tony Stark at that one point,
Oh, right.
and there's been nothing about that.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
'cause-
just kind of, I literally took everything that this show was giving me, I just sort of took at face value. I was just like, I'm not taking
Listen.
any of this seriously. And is it entertaining? Parts of it were not. Was the dialogue great across the
I think-
board?
I think-
Absolutely not. It was literally just, all right, face value, this is fine. It's not that
think
great, but it's fine.
What this reinforces is how intricate Kevin Feige really is as a creative, a storyteller. He has a roadmap all the way up to 2030.
Yeah.
Like,
how involved in this was he?
he approved it.
There you go.
So
Yes.
yeah, I think my main takeaways. I thought it was weird for like you could have picked and chose and iterated anything. Some of them were stupid. I thought
Yeah.
they were like
Yeah.
just like why? Like you could have done cool things. Like I thought the zombie thing super cool, super
Yeah.
innovative, super
Yeah.
creative.
A lot of people are
I
pissed
also-
off because they're like, oh, they just took that concept and it's not real Marvel zombies. It's like, just shut the fuck up.
I
That's the
really
point,
liked
like-
how the zombies retained all of their abilities that they
That
had.
was the
when
cool
they
point.
were-
That's the
I
point of
really
Marvel
liked
zombies,
that.
yeah.
All of a
that was
sudden,
the cool
zombies are
thing.
actually shooting.
It wasn't just like a run and gun shooter zombie kind of thing. It was like, oh,
Iron
okay.
Man.
Here's the reasoning for it, and then we have the Scarlet Witch, who's like, oh shit, like big bad zombie.
I do like how they always come back to the relationship between Vision and
Yeah.
Wanda, like in any canonical sense, like at all.
I did, yeah,
Black Panther's slowly being fed to Wanda.
right.
I thought that, like I said, that episode,
fucking Paul Rudd head in a jar.
dude,
Yeah.
he was
That's
great.
funny.
He was great. And like I said, that episode in particular, people don't like because it's one of those things where it's like, we're just going to borrow this one aspect of the source material and then piss all over everything else. But I felt like
That's
this
what
is
you should have
actually
been doing.
I felt
Yeah.
like this is
Yeah.
genuinely entertaining.
You take
whereas the
creative
other
liberty.
ones, I'm like, I'm getting through this to do a podcast on it.
What if Killmonger saved Tony Stark? Like, okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
great. Like
And that was one of the better episodes, I
that's
think. Like,
that I do like.
fucking the Thor one, it was like a fucking
What if
just
Thor's a frat boy?
circle
Yeah.
jerk.
I will.
Every single line out of his mouth was a punchline, and not a good punchline. There was not one serious line that he said.
I will say this. The Thor episode had a very cool idea, and that's what if Thor was an only child and Loki was his brother from another mother, but was actually a frost
Was a cool
giant.
Yeah,
frost
it was a
giant.
Yeah,
frost giant.
that was the only redeeming quality.
Yeah.
I think
And
my
Howard the
yeah.
Duck.
Yeah,
He was in that?
he was in that one for a hot
He
second.
was in a couple episodes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he was
in
with the
that one.
Collector, and then he was in this one.
Oh, yeah,
I think the one kind of like saving grace for me for the whole thing was
tired of
literally
shit.
was literally the very ending of it, where they put Natasha back into the universe where it's like we put you in a universe where they lost Natasha.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's our universe,
Yeah.
by the way.
which is
Yeah.
the
I've
main
heard
universe.
that it wasn't.
No,
I'm
that's
pretty sure that's the implication.
I think it is because
But-
that's the one where she died on
But
what you call it.
now she's gone.
I know,
Is she, though?
which is interesting.
Because when they settled that lawsuit, not only are they still doing the movie that they were supposed to do together, what's the one that they're doing? Fuck. Oh, Tower of Terror. It's not Good Will Hunting. Don't fucking get me.
What's Tower of Terror?
It's based off
They
another
built the
ride.
ride in
Another
Disney,
ride.
the
movie.
elevator.
Oh, I thought you meant there was like a Marvel property.
Oh, no,
Tower of Terror.
No,
I was
but,
like,
no, but
oh,
she
okay.
confirmed that they're doing more projects together through Marvel and Disney. So
And
I
she's getting
would
some
not
streaming
be
royalties.
fucking surprised if she comes back.
That was the only thing that I felt like genuinely. I was like, oh, that was nice. They gave
Yeah.
like when just like was very happy. It was very cool. It was like a heartfelt little moment.
Yeah. I also did actually like Ultron winning. I like
Sorry, I'm so fucking tired. I'm trying to hide it.
Christ,
Keep it to
just
yourself.
shut up. Jesus. Thank you.
Ultron killing.
Captain Marvel.
No, not Captain Marvel. Jesus. I am inevitable.
Oh,
Thanos.
Thanos,
yes.
thank you.
Right
Yeah.
in half.
Yeah, when he's like, oh, cool.
Yep.
Slice
But no,
him in half.
Ultron winning because like I liked Ultron as a villain. I really do. I thought Age of Ultron the movie just really sucked. So why not just try and make up for it and make one good half-hour episode of?
Wait, do you think
this
Age of
show?
Ultron sucks?
I fucking hated Age of Ultron.
I did
don't
like
know.
when he
So
tried to eat
bad.
the when he
No,
was
I don't
eating
hate it.
galaxies. I thought that was the cool
I was honestly
throwback.
But it was
Yeah.
just that's a whole different conversation. But anyway, Age of Ultron, I like that Ultron actually won because I like Ultron as like a villain, and so for him to actually win and just see what would have happened, I
How
was
did
like,
they
this
not
is
get
actually
James
kind of
Spader
cool.
back?
That was him.
No, it
No,
wasn't.
No, that wasn't
Well,
James
then he,
Spader.
was, he was pretty good.
No, I don't think he was good at all.
No.
I
Well,
thought
the
he was
thing is,
good.
I kept thinking
You would agree, wouldn't you?
I kept hoping for James
I li-
Spader.
I
and
liked
was-
it.
Yeah.
Nick's in there. Hey, James Spader's doing a great job.
Good guy.
Good for James Spader. I don't know. Maybe
I
they
thought
couldn't afford him,
the
couldn't get
Tony
him.
Stark was really bad.
I actually thought that was good. I actually, as far as an
You wanna
impression goes,
fucking take this outside the hotel?
the Yali. They were going in the Yali at the Yotel. Oh man, but
Chris
yeah.
has had enough of our
Yeah.
shit.
It's interesting. I don't know.
I think what if I think only gets one thumb up for me, and the other thumb is just very
that's-
down.
Like that's the thing. It's like you should have just done really weird stories because to Nick's point, like it was like you're cramming. I mean, the Captain Carter one, you literally were like cramming the entire like remixed version of that movie into 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So like do random things for season 2. That's
Yeah.
what I want to see.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
nice if Captain Carter was like the butterfly flapping its wings and changed the whole story rather than just getting a reboot of an
Yeah.
existing property.
Yeah, yeah.
They're definitely doing
Lot of
season 2
missteps.
though, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And I mean, like, I hope they do something better. I hope they bring Star Wars in because right here. This is why.
No.
I kind of
No.
just want to see Nick have a conniption. That's really all I want.
You want to
punch
see
holes
my
in the drywall.
my scared like face?
Can you believe they did this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, I don't
do you
know.
want
I
it to-
think for me, if I were to give this out of 10, this was like
3 or 4.
a 5. Yeah,
I think
Yeah, I'd-
four, maybe
I'd go
4.5.
4.5. I'd go 4.5 out of 10.
3.5.
what's that average out to?
Call it a
Not
4.
good.
Call
It
it a
averages
4.
to shit.
Call it a 4. Yeah, it's a 4 out of 10. Fuck it.
Hey, hold on. You know, are you going to clip a week? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, why?
Hey, I watched a whole fucking hour and 40 long
that's
Nick Cage
right.
movie,
Fuck.
and I don't want to linger on it too much, but I wasted precious time
This is a good point.
watching
This is a good
this
point.
What's-
Very
godforsaken
good point.
movie,
Give a quick overview.
Prisoners of the Ghostlands. Well, stop right there. Rewind it back. So, all right, here's the premise of a real movie that I watched. I paid money to rent it twice, once to watch it, and then once for this. So
And then
we
I
could see
bought it.
The premise is it's trying to genre blend Western and samurai movies.
like Westworld.
And it's like Quentin trying to do a Quentin Tarantino kind of thing, but it's also like got an element of Escape from New York. This guy, he's like a crime lord. His granddaughter runs away, and he enlists Nick Cage, a prisoner. Like, you will earn your freedom,
yep.
if you go and get my granddaughter. Here's the stakes. You wear this leather suit with little bombs placed inside of it that will respond to your impulses. If you have a sexual thought about my granddaughter, your balls blow up. If you try to hit her, your arms blow up. And
Did his balls blow up?
we'll get to that. But so he just goes out and hunts down the granddaughter who left on her own accord. But there's nothing stopping them from coming back other than like the ghost lands they mysteriously bring you back. And it's the most boring drudgery I've ever put myself through.
You had suggested this film. I'd like
I
to.
suggested it, and it was the worst
I
suggestion.
would just
For
like
a
to
film
say
with a
that
crazy
literally-
plot line, how can it be that boring?
I will just
It's a
say
Nick Cage
I
movie.
don't know. I know, like nothing happened, and like visually it looks cool, but they didn't put the money into to like actually have production value.
Literally, no one was excited about this, and also at the same time, no one gave him pushback either for this.
I actually was going to watch it until you were like,
Until
do
you
not
said,
watch
yeah.
this
you
film.
told us
Until you
do
said,
not
"Don't
watch this,"
watch
I was
it.
like, okay, so
I started watching it on Friday night, fell asleep, and then Saturday I tried again, or Thursday, whatever day it was, and then that's when I texted you guys because I was like,
Please don't do
I
this.
hope they haven't started it yet. So the first thing I want to start you off with, if you make this full screen for me. I just want to watch the title sequences, like the production vanity cards.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay. So
Okay.
Shout out RLJE Films. Go for them.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right.
Here's another one.
Another one?
Here's another one.
Untitled.
Titled.
Nick, how many
Entertainment.
films,
Okay.
how many production houses worked on this?
I don't know, Pat. How many? Okay. Booze, bang, bang. And there's music playing under this one. Like,
Okay. Okay.
all right.
How-
So that was.
11.
Okay, here we go.
So this was a money laundering.
It's got to be.
operation.
It's got to be
Literally.
done now, right? Oh no!
So we always
Madison Marquez.
no.
I just want to point out.
it's still
This
going.
is
another
money
one.
laundering.
There's another
this
one.
is easily money laundering.
Okay, so now we've got to the
okay.
title credits. So I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I'm already like pulled into like what am I about to go through?
All right,
People
so tell me.
gave
So
up
tell
on
me.
me.
So tell me what I'm getting in.
What
God
the
damn
fuck?
it! When you write your characters to say that other characters are
Okay,
cool, they're
all right.
not cool.
So here's the.
what?
So then he
in
passes out and he
the
has like a
hell?
vision. So that's all you need of that
Oh
clip.
my God.
And then this
It's
one
because he was pouring water in her mouth. He got turned on and his ball blew up.
yeah. He says bitches. He says
Trying to reason with you, bitches!
there you go.
just like the Wicker Man.
There you go. So this movie has no point. There's just like
my God, it's an
endless
hour and 45.
violence, and I watched this all the way through for you guys.
Wow.
Well, I'm
Thank you
glad
so
it was
much.
worth the 4 seconds you brought us.
This is my cross. This is
God
my
damn.
yeah.
I'm so sorry. That looked horrendous.
It was
Yeah.
the worst piece of garbage I've ever seen,
Wow.
All right,
and I've seen a lot of garbage on this show.
Let there be garbage.
let's do it.
Let there be clips.
Oh yeah, it's the clip of the week. Oh, it's the clip of the week. It's the clip of the week.
All right.
You know it's never good when it's a security cam footage of a street.
Now-
D-Wing's back.
So honestly,
Dingbats.
some forewarning. This is quite shocking.
This better be good.
It's everyone survives from what I see. So let's do
I didn't
it.
look into it, but
Oh, it's a CCTV, so there's no audio.
Oh, no,
this.
oh no. And nobody noticed. Nobody noticed.
All good, bro.
my God.
All good. Yo, let's ball up. Come on.
adrenaline's a hell of a thing.
Good Lord.
So it's a bunch of kids like in an alleyway, like playing like soccer or something against the wall, and there's this one kid.
Oh God, the reverse, Pat. I told you guys, the reverse is the best part of these
This
videos.
one kid
What?
is just sitting down, and this car just drives over him like he is not there.
Oh my God. Like, thank God kids are rubber.
Okay,
basically.
the
Look
best
at
part is
that.
the best part
under
is
the
he's
wheel.
ju-
Oh,
look,
Their
yeah.
door is still open.
but look at the driver. She's like trying to put on her steering wheel while she's running
She
this kid
doesn't
over.
even
Watch.
notice.
Watch this. Ready? He's like,
Oh, forgot my seatbelt.
pothole's fucking
wonder what
crazy,
that
huh?
was. She's so calm. She
that
doesn't
kid is a
even realize
ghost. Like no
Oh,
one
yeah.
knows he's there.
Yeah. And now
Holy
he's running, crying.
Oh my God, that was.
fuck.
No one reckons. Children are rubber,
yeah,
like you
bro.
said.
Rubber.
He's
Yeah.
fucking.
And he's totally fine.
right there.
You know what the thing is?
Can you do it
That's
reverse
a low
again?
bumper too.
There was no parent going, "Oh my God, are you okay?"
Yeah.
So he didn't cry.
no.
No, he
Nobody-
definitely.
Oh no,
No-
he's definitely running, crying.
Yeah.
crying.
Right here,
Absolutely
running, crying
nobody
home.
like was like, "Hey, you
They're
good?"
all looking at him like,
So,
why the fuck?
I
you
like this,
crying?
though, right here.
Why?
It's just-
Why
why
you
you just lay down?
Why do your arms look like your bones are broken?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Give
yeah.
it to us one more time.
Let's see him just.
No.
And the panic in his eyes as he's just like, oh no, he's just trying to crawl away.
That kid lucked out, man.
Oh yeah, this is going
Oh,
on
yeah.
the IG tomorrow for sure.
I had some pretty good ones picked out, but this was a
You got
contender. This was good.
Yeah. that's a good one.
D-Wing backs.
Wingbacks. I'll be sure to check out his catalog next time he posts.
Deep cuts.
For sure. For sure. All right. Should we wrap it up then? That's the
Wrap
show,
her
I'd
up.
say.
Yeah, we're good.
All
Number
right.
50.
Number 50 in the books. So thanks so much if you've been following along for this when this show was named something else that was definitely worse. When I got a new crew, when we got engineers, a new studio space. A lot has happened over the past 50 episodes. And I don't know about you guys, but I look forward to 50 more.
Yeah, Pat. Sure do.
As he's holding a gun under the table. You sons of bitches.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
I'm so thrilled about 50
It's my
more.
family's life doesn't depend on it.
Just
no?
blinking SOS into the game.
Testicle!
All right. Cool.
Thanks, Liz and Chris. You guys rock.
For helping us out. And Jess.
And Jess, as always.
As always, thank you very much.
There we go.
And so we'll see you next week for Halloween Kills and DC Fandom. Bye-bye.